Good evening and welcome into the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network for this presentation of Crawdads baseball. Walnut Creek is traveling to the Baylands Park here to play the Menlo Park Legends. Walnut Creek 19 and 9, the Legends 12 and 16. My name is Charlie Limoncelli, joined alongside Austin Oda and Harry Setrakian. Gentlemen, big game here on tap on this fine Tuesday afternoon. First game of week 7 for Walnut Creek. Just 2 weeks to go in the CCL season. First pitch just a couple moments away. Today's first pitch time and temperature brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Meadowlark Dairy, bringing old town vibes and family fun since 1919. It's in the high 80s today, but very clear skies, only a couple of clouds here in Palo Alto. Let's have a look at the starting lineup today for the Walnut Creek Crawdads as presented by manager Brent Cummings. Daniel Polasic in left field leading off. Lucas Carlisle at third, all the way up in the 2 spot. Then is Dylan Pettis third, Kevin Parker Jr. fourth, and Cam Taylor, Elijah Ramos, Sutter Moss, Barrett Ronson, and Drew Longacre. Here's Tyler Toribio. First pitch for him to Polasic. Sits in the zone. Strike one. Polasic enters this game a .316 hitter, .429 on base. 0-1. Similar pitch, but it's low.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, guys. There's a lot to rush through.
There was. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm excited. I missed Crawdads baseball yesterday.
I know, right? It's awesome. 1-1 from Toribio. And he misses off speed low.
Going to be interesting to see how Toribio fares in his first start in the summer. Just his third outing, he's only gone 2 innings so far, so a bit of a change in scenery for the right-hander for Menlo Park.
Trying to stretch out here against the Crawdads. 2-1 to Polasic. Inner third sits about thigh high. Strike 2.
Mid to high 80s fastball, be kind of sitting in there. 84 to 87 was what he was logging during his warm-ups. A breaking ball and an off speed as well.
Toribio looking for a put away. Here's the 2-2. Polasic just fouls it away.
It'll be interesting to see if this is a true start or if it's kind of just an opener situation, but it's a Menlo Park team that's been playing well.
Yeah, they've won 3 straight. Looking to make it 4 at home against the Crawdads. 2-2 again. Off speed outside. Count full.
It's hard to say that this is like a must-win game for the Crawdads, but I'll put that one out there. With the way that the CCL North is shaping up, Crawdads just 10 percentage points behind first place slow right now.
3-2. Polasic takes ball 4, a fastball away. Leadoff walk for the Crawdads, and you're absolutely right, Austin. With just 2 weeks left in the season, every game feels like a must-win, as pretty much the top 5 teams in the CCL North all vying for playoff spots. The San Luis Obispo Blues, the Walnut Creek Crawdads, the Sonoma Stompers, these Menlo Park Legends, and of course the Alameda Merchants, all with a chance to hit one of the 3 playoff spots in the North.
On a win for Walnut Creek and a loss for Slow.
First pitch to Carlisle. Fastball at his chin. Ball 1.
I was going to say would land the Crawdads in first, and Slow is a real tough task. They're at home, but it's against the Santa Barbara Foresters, leading to CCL South.
One of the tougher matchups for Slow. They dropped a game recently against the Foresters. Toribio 1-0 to Carlisle. Polasic goes. Ball is low. The throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for Daniel Polasic, his 8th on the season.
I think I've noticed this all season long. Crawdads tend to pick really good pitches to try and take second or take third on a steal attempt. That was a very slow breaking ball towards the dirt. Seems like it's worked out every time, and if you can pick out a good count to go on, if you do your scouting on opposing pitchers, know when they're going to throw the off speed, it gives you a big advantage as a base runner. Polasic, I think, maybe got something in his eye. Checking it out over there a bit, but now helmet back on, he's ready to go.
Toribio looking for some consistency. Just 2 innings pitched entering this contest. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 0-1 with a loss in 2 innings. 2-0 to Carlisle. Ripped up the middle, base hit. Polasic heading to third, and manager Brent Cummings giving him the wave. Polasic heading home, RBI single. Lucas Carlisle. The Crawdads strike first in the top of the first inning.
Well, that's exactly what you're hoping for the first 2 batters. Leadoff hitter, you're going traditional. What do you expect? You get on base, you go to second base on a steal. Your 2-hitter, your contact bat, he drives you in. And that will absolutely play. A rocket up the middle, 93 miles an hour off the bat. straight up the box. That will play.
Carlisle has impressed in his limited sample size with the Crawdads. Here's the three-hole man, Dylan Perez, moving up in the lineup today, playing center field. Perez, an on-base machine. No outs. Carlisle goes on the first pitch, and the throw from behind the dish. Jackson gets past the covering shortstop Kelly. It will go as a stolen base. With the throw getting away, Carlisle will also advance on the E2.
Well, so the Crawdads came into this game with a chance at some history, which would be their most stolen bases in a single season in conference play. They needed just 2 to get there to tie it, and they've already done just that. And then, boom, runner on third, Perez, green light. Keep it going.
It's also called a ball to Perez. 1-0 from Toribio. Fastball well upstairs.
This is just not the start that Toribio wanted. They're running rampant off him. He's not in the zone. When he's in the zone, it's just cracked up the middle. Uh-oh.
Duo out of the stretch. Perez backs up. Fastball inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
And already it's kind of got the feeling of, all right, this could be kind of a long one if this keeps going against Toribio.
And Walnut Creek, last time they faced Menlo Park on July 7th, they scored 14 runs in the first 2 innings. 3-0. Get me over fastball that just hits the knees.
I think we talked about it last time these two met, but you really never know what you're going to get when these two play. First game, Crawdads got out to a huge lead and ended up being 14-10. Looked a little closer than it was, but here, Crawdads came next game, 3-1 win and struck out 17 legends.
3-1. Perez takes a hack, bounces it to second. Fendel there to collect, throws to first in time, but Carlisle scores from third. RBI ground out for Perez, 2-0 lead for Walnut Creek, top of the first.
Well, this one maybe set towards the pace of games 1 and 3, where the Crawdads hung at least 14 runs in each of them. Last time, of course, Charlie, 19-1 victory.
19-4.
19-4, excuse me, that's right. And then just right now, Crawdads starting hot like they did about a week ago.
So in the cleanup spot, Kevin Parker Jr., nobody on base, 1 out. Parker Jr., 206 average, 357 on base, and 382 slugging. First pitch from Toribio, another ball upstairs.
And right now we are all Santa Barbara Foresters fans. Stirs up, as I've always said. Words that frequently leave my mouth.
Austin, I think we're neutral observers in every baseball game we attend. 1-0, Parker Jr., check swing. He appealed to first. He did go around.
Yeah, dude, if you want to be on moral high ground, go for it. I stirs up. Right now against San Luis Obispo, I want the Crawdads to jump into first. I want to play at home. I want all those good things, and none of that happens without slow losing a bit.
1-1 breaking ball at Parker Jr.'s knees. So it becomes 1-2 to the Crawdads shortstop. Leads the team in stolen bases with 13. 1-2. Another breaking ball. This time it misses upstairs.
I think if the Foresters win when they get back home, they should celebrate with some Freebirds. Delicious.
Really good.
Really, really good. Good place to stop when you're heading up to San Luis Obispo from Pasadena, as we know.
2-2 to Parker Jr. Lays off another off-speed pitch. Full count.
I think it hit him.
Oh, got him, yeah.
That it did. It's a little bit tough to see with Cam Taylor standing right in front of us.
Well, and it caught the home plate umpire, more importantly, Ethan Jackson, the catcher behind the plate. That one might not have passed the job description back there. Kind of a hard ricochet, but man, that one clipped the home plate umpire. It looks like right in the left thigh.
Yikes, he's going to take a knee, and the other umpire is going to attend to him, as well as the Menlo Park Legends athletic trainer. That one definitely hurts, especially if you're not wearing any thigh pads behind home plate.
And especially when you're not expecting it, right? You can't really brace for impact when you see it clip a batter, and then you're expecting the catcher to be there. Not that there's really anything Jackson could have done there, but whoopsies. Forgot something.
Now Nick Sanzeri going to walk out to the mound, have a chat with Toribio and Jackson at the battery. Home plate umpire still down on a knee. But nonetheless, guys, Cam Taylor coming up to the dish in the 5-hole for Walnut Creek, a guy who's coming off of arguably his best game of the summer in 2026, at least.
Certainly, yeah, certainly best game this year.
Player of the game on Sunday against Alameda, 2 for 3, a homer, a single, a walk, and an RBI. Bam Bam, that swing looking really good right now. He's kind of finding his groove back to that 2025 we saw at the end of last summer.
And not only the 2025 form, let's call it the spring 2026 form, where he had an OPS well over 1,000 at Abraham Baldwin. He was hitting home runs, he was taking his walks, and when KT's at his best, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's such a multi-dimensional hitter where he's not just going to hit home runs, but he'll tee off on a 3-1 fastball. He got one about
Chin high.
I was going to say letter high, but I think that might be giving him it a little too much. You're right, chin high, and he took it 350 plus feet.
Yeah, right center just crushed it pull side on Sunday. Fourth as a Crawdad, first in 2026 for Taylor. Home plate umpire back on his feet, ready to go. Jackson puts on his mask, back in the squat. Here we go. Runner at first is Parker Jr. One out, top of the first. The Crawdads lead 2-0.
Bet Parker goes.
Toribio, first pitch. Taylor takes outside.
Maybe second pitch.
That's what we've seen, apart from Carlisle at Pulask's at bat, or in Pettis' at bat. He ran on the first pitch, but Pulaski ran on the second pitch to Carlisle. 1-0 to Taylor. Fastball low and away.
Wow, really long hold from Toribio, too. He knows the speed of Parker Jr. It's in the back of his mind, and as a pitcher, or as a hitter, rather, when you have a guy that's speedy on first, you know the pitcher's full focus is not on you, so you might see a mistake pitch. Hope it's missed in the zone if you're the batter, so you can get a big rip-off.
2-0, Parker Jr. goes. Taylor takes a hack, comes up empty, but stolen base for Kevin Parker Jr., number 14, 2026.
And there's the record, number 85, the most the Crawdads have ever had in a season in conference play, and they're doing that with 11 games left. That's stupid.
12 days to go, man. Wow, it's going to be...
This team just runs so wild. And how about the Go Crawdads from Devin James over to our right? Shout out the big Crawdad right-hander. 2-1 to Cam Taylor. Thought about the upstairs fastball, but took it for ball number 3.
Crawdads right-handed pitcher, a two-way player. He's a pitcher and an intern today, and he's doing video for Alex Martinez, who's slacking off.
He hits fungos, too. Good ones.
That he does. Hitter friendly to Taylor. Parker Jr. at second. Toribio comes home. Wave and a miss. Taylor liked the fastball. He let her high.
Hit that ball to Stanford University. That was a rip on 3-1. Why not?
Well ahead in the count, and mine as well. Full count offering. Taylor hits it up the middle on the ground. Over his Fendel from second. Collects backhand. Makes the effort over to first. Parker Jr. does move to third. 2 down. And Elijah Ramos coming up.
That's a relatively routine play from Fendel, who's a sure-handed defender at second base. But at the same time, that's kind of the type of play that we've seen teams fail to make in games like this, where it tends to spiral early. It's because of plays like that, short hops, things like that, that don't go the opponent's way. So that's a big out number 2.
There it is, but out number 3, not any easier. Elijah Ramos has 4 multi-hit games in his last 7. Hits one up the middle on the ground. Another backhand grab from Fendel. His throw to first in time. Crawdads plate 2, but 3 ground outs to second base. End the inning. We'll take a break. Bottom of the first right after this. Bottom of the first, the Crawdads already out to a 2-0 lead. Let's have a look at today's starting pitcher matchup, brought to you by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And for the Crawdads, it's Weston Thornberry, the right-hander from Fresno State, making his second start of the year in his 9th total appearance for the Dads, facing the Menlo Park Legends offense. But let's have a look at the defense behind Thornberry as well. Drew Longacre starting behind the dish, then Barrett Ronson at first, Elijah Ramos at second, Kevin Parker Jr. manning the shortstop position, Lucas Carlisle at the hot corner in third, Daniel Pulasic in left, Dylan Pettis in center, and Cam Taylor out in right field. He's been playing a whole lot of first base this season, but an outfield spot he's familiar with dating back to 2025 with the Dads.
Kind of interested to see what it looks like with Lucas Carlisle at third. He hasn't really played there a ton this season. You might think of him a little more as a middle infielder, but Elijah Ramos has had a couple not great games defensively at third, so those two switch. And yeah, this will be a cool task for the SBCC sophomore.
That it will. To lead off for the Legends, the left-hander Mason Griffin playing in center field, 266 hitter, 356 on base, and 416 slugging in 24 games. Thornberry kicks and fires. Fastball hit in the air. Left center field. Pulasic going to take it himself. And he makes the catch on one pitch.
One pitch, one out. I love it. Pace of play makes me smile.
Had 2 nice innings against Menlo Park last time out here at Baylands Park. 2 strikeouts contributing to that record 17.
Thornberry's just been dynamite in every game for Walnut Creek. 1.72 ERA, 2 wins, 15 2/3 innings pitched.
Might have been the first game actually at Walnut Creek. Regardless, he's seen this team before.
Here's Ryder Kelly in the 2 spot. Swings at a fastball high, misses.
By you. Top of the zone, Cheddar.
Kelly certainly got his work cut out for him, rising freshman heading to UC Davis this fall. Local guy from Menlo Park. 0-1 from Thornberry. Fastball down the middle. Called strike 2.
Boom. One above the zone, one right there, and Kelly just looks out of whack through the first 2 pitches and out. Arsenal is wide open for Weston.
Could go to the slider, the changeup, or another fastball. 0-2. Goes with the slider. It's grounded over to third. Gets past Carlisle. Base hit for Ryder Kelly.
It's kind of a so what single, just a little bouncing ball. I mean, not hit that hard, seeing eye, whatever you want to call it. But that's one you'll live with, especially when you jump ahead in the count like Thornberry was able to.
1 out, 1 man at first. And the designated hitter for Menlo Park, Ryan Duran, up to bat. Arguably the most potent guy in the order for the Lions. 352 hitter, 440 on base, 450 slugging. Thornberry now out of the stretch. Winds and fires a fastball that's fouled away. So Kelly, who was on the run, has to retreat.
We really haven't seen Drew Longacre get tested a bunch behind the plate this summer. He's a guy that's talked a lot about his receiving and how much he takes pride in that. But again, we really haven't seen the arm have to work. So it'll be interesting if Menlo Park is this aggressive early on.
0-1 to Duran. Fastball low and away.
He told me when I was in the dugout at Slow, he was like, yeah, it kind of took a little while to get used to this pitching staff and what it was like, but he said that game at Alameda where we all noticed how good of a receiver he was, that was kind of his breakout game, he felt like.
1-1. Fastball belt high, strike 2.
That's a good frame right there, too. Just maybe a little bit off the outside, right? Sort of on the corner, and makes it no doubt the way he frames it up.
1-2 to Duran from Westcliff University. Kelly at first. 1-2. Fastball too high.
That's a good spot. That's right where Thornberry wanted it. And he's got that action running in toward the right-handed batter. And so now he can use the bridge cutter. He can use the sweeper. But you want to go away after that pitch up and in.
Righty throws to first. Kelly dives back safely. No tag from Ronson. Griffin flew out to left field. Kelly in an 0-2 count. Hit a ground ball to third for a base hit. Now Duran and the Legends trying to get something going. 2-2 runner goes. Hit on the ground to second. Ramos will not step on the bag. The throw to first, though, well in time. Had a chance, but it took a weird hop that kind of backed him up.
Looked like it was almost going to be the most unfortunate situation as a batter you can have in a hit and run where the guy's going and you just hit it right up the middle where the second baseman wouldn't be, but since he's covering the bag, he can get there. But like you said, a bit of a weird hop that Ramos had to kind of take in between and just take his out at first. Nice play to get at least one.
RBI chance now with 2 down for Carlos Cruzmar, the rising junior at Monterey Peninsula College. Thornberry kicks and delivers. Fastball sits at the knees. Strike 1. Late call, but it was there.
Getting the outside zone early with the fastball. Just keep attacking there if you're a pitcher.
Getting some help from Longacre, who's done a good job right now.
0-1. Another fastball ripped. 1 hop. Ramos dives a little bit. Now throws across to first for the out with plenty of time. Kelly stranded at third following his single. We'll take a break. Crawdads back up the bat, top of the second, leading by 2. Top of the second, it's a 2-0 lead for Walnut Creek after a top of the first in which Carlisle hit an RBI single, then Perez an RBI ground out to second base. But Walnut Creek, they've scored 11 runs in the first inning and now 4 games against Menlo Park.
Man,
Love jumping out to early leads.
early and often, and that includes a game in which they only scored 3 runs over here in Menlo. What was that, about a month ago now? And
Almost.
so it's just been total offense in really 3 of those 4 games.
Toribio back out there. Moss, Ronson, and Longacre do up. Moss takes a hack. Fastball misses. So 0-1. Sutter Moss. Conference play. 207 isolated power, which is 6th in the CCL North. 0-1. Ripped up the middle. Base hit. Griffin tracks it down in center field, but to no avail. Moss with a leadoff single.
Yep. 1000%. Take advantage of the mistake. That's a good swing from Moss. Didn't try to do too much. He had one kind of, do what you want with it, hack, and then that one up and in. Just piece it up. Get the fat part of the bat on the ball. 97 up the middle. He's kind of an EV king.
Kind of inside out of that one, too. That's really impressive to get that much behind it.
Here's the first baseman, Ronson. First pitch to him, soared. Fastball top of the zone.
Yeah. When you're a power hitter, you bring the bat through the zone with so much speed that sometimes it's hard to slow down on those ones where you're kind of in between, want to rethink yourself. But Ronson's smiling about it. He saw it good, I think, and ready to hit.
Ronson since June 24th, a 308 hitter, 819 OPS, 4 singles, 4 doubles, as he takes a heater away. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawdad first baseman, 21 games total played this summer for Walnut Creek. 265 average, 315 on base with 6 doubles. Fresh UC Irvine commit did so last week. There's a throw to first. Moss is safe.
And he's done a nice job against the Legends this season, too, kind of being a run producer, couple of doubles, 4 RBI.
Certainly a Great hitter to have at the 8th spot in the Crawdad order. That just tells you how potent this lineup is. 1-1 from the right-hander, Toribio. Moss goes. Throw to second in time, and they catch Moss stealing for the 3rd time this season.
Not a guy we usually see take off, but it's kind of a bad jump there. Good throw down by Jackson. And so Crawdads have been caught more often lately than they had been for the entire season, but off to a hot start today at the very least. 2 for 3.
Was called a ball, so it's 2-1 to Ronson. Takes another fastball high. Hitter friendly to Ronson. Rising junior. Spent this season at Santa Ana College. Obviously heading to UC Riverside after he committed on Wednesday when the Crawdads played against Arroyo Seco. Started his collegiate career, though, with the St. Mary's Gales. 3-1. Took a hack, fouled it away.
It's a good pitch to swing on. Fastball, middle in. Feels like that's kind of the wheelhouse for Ronson when he has so much pull side power, and so that pitch literally right down the middle, but on the inside is right there. Good 3-1 swing.
Left-hander warming up for Menlo Park. 3-2 pitch. Fastball not competitive. Ronson walks.
One of the easier 3-2 takes you'll see.
But that's a good sign because Ronson is not a guy that walks a ton.
Yeah.
So it's not like a 4-pitch, nothing close walk. It's a walk that he had to fight for a little bit.
1 out base runner with Ronson now at first. Drew Longacre in the 9 spot up to bat. 333 hitter, 524 on base, 400 slugging in 7 games for the Crawdads. 0-0 from Toribio. Runner goes. Ronson, the throw from Jackson behind the dish. Well in time. 2 straight caught stealing for Walnut Creek.
Just sending everybody here. This is total aggression on the base paths. It kind of cost them a little bit against slow early on, and you do have the 2-run cushion, but you don't need to start running into outs here. No need. I mean, these guys are getting on base.
It's called a strike. 0-1, misses low. 1-1, 2 outs, no one on the path for Longacre.
The New Jersey number debut for Longacre too, now 21.
Previously wearing that 41 jersey, which he was swimming in.
Yeah.
2-1, fastball high and tight. 1-1 makes it 2-1, excuse me.
This one at least, I think, 2 sizes lower. He was saying how he feels a lot better that he kind of can fit in this one and playing a bit more comfortable.
And feel good, play good. That's what they say.
Absolutely.
2-1. Fastball misses the outer third.
Just uncompetitive right now from Toribio. The walk to Ronson is second of the day. He also hit a batter. A lot of hard contact so far as well.
Every hitter in this inning has reached. A pair of caught stealings means that there's 2 outs. Now that pitch hits Longacre inside on the shoulder. 2 hit batters today for Toribio.
Got a feeling Longacre's not going to be trying for second.
I was going to say, if that's the case, we're seeing everyone's got the green light, but I mean, the way this inning's gone, seeing Moss and Ronson, 2 guys don't usually go. Try it out.
Maybe they'll send you.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the true benchmark as to who has the green light and if it's everybody.
Yeah, go suit up, Harry. Here's Plasek for the 2nd time today. Walked his first time up. First pitch from Toribio, fastball below the knees.
And that one, I think the receiving of Jackson kind of let him down there. That was a fastball right at the knees, but Jackson, it looked like stopping it a little let up on it a little too early. Just dropped the hand. It's right there.
Toribio, the College of San Mateo guy, didn't get a favor from Jackson. Now the 1-0. Able to work back, make it 1-1 on the foul ball.
Charlie, if I gave you 25 stolen base attempts in the CCL North, how many would you steal?
0.
You don't think you'd get 1?
Nope. Oda, I'm too fat nowadays. I couldn't steal a base if I tried.
You could get a good jump. There's more to like Josh Naylor's like 400 pounds and a maniac. You're only one of those things.
1-1. The maniac, right?
Yeah.
Figured.
I think I could get one with 25 tries.
Well, you played in high school. Of course you could.
That's true.
I haven't played baseball since I was 13 years old.
JB says he's getting 2.
Yeah, because he's like 125 pounds soaking wet. Of course he's getting 2 stolen bases in 25 attempts.
Stolen base.
2-1, Plasek hits it in the air to center, towards the left center gap. It bounces. Longacre rounding second. He'll head to third. Plasek stays at first. So a line drive single. Runners on the corners with 2 down for Carlisle.
Nice swing the other way. Maybe off the bat, one you don't expect to drop, but got enough behind it to get deep out there, but also not too much to where it would have ended up going a little deeper into the glove of the center fielder Griffin or the left fielder Wagner, so kind of just placed it perfectly.
Fastball that he dug out at the knees. In any case, Longacre at third, Pulaski at first. Carlisle already an RBI single today back in the first. Looking to give the Crawdads an even bigger lead. Toribio out of the stretch. Fastball high.
Man, and that's the same thing from Jackson. That one was not a strike, but it's one that I think maybe with a little bit better of some work behind there would maybe get a call.
Perhaps so. Now the 1-0. Another fastball high. 2 balls and no strikes to Lucas Carlisle, a guy that's getting on base at a .556 clip in 9 games entering today.
He's earned this promotion in the lineup from 9 to 2. Absolutely.
He's a great 9-hole hitter, but in today's order, in the 2 spot in place of TJ Woodson. 2-0. Carlisle hits it on the ground to third. Kuzmar collects his throw across the diamond in time. Levitt McGee stretches over to his right side, makes the catch. That'll do it in the inning. The Crawdads strand a pair of base runners. We'll take a break. Bottom of the second after this. Bottom of the second, in the last half inning, the Crawdads stranded 2 base runners on a pair of hits, a walk and a hit by pitch. But they still lead 2-0, courtesy of an RBI single in the first from Lucas Carlisle and an RBI groundout from Perez. In any case, Weston Thornberry trying to work through his second inning of work. Middle of the Legends order due up. Joey DeMelio, the right fielder, Casey Levitt McGee, the first baseman, and Paul Wagner, the left fielder. DeMelio, a .244 hitter this summer, also .306 on base percentage. Thornberry kicks and delivers. Chopped foul towards third.
This part of the lineup, the part to attack for the Crawdads, they're just 2 for 22 among the 3 of them against the Crawdads this season. So a lot of trouble that they've had against this Crawdad staff. And Thornberry looking to just continue that.
His first start of the season went 3 innings. Likely to see something like that again today. 0-1. Skips in front of home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And then I think this is a different Joey DeMelio than the one the Crawdads have seen. He's 6 for his last 6 with a couple doubles mixed in there as well. And Joey was really struggling at the start of the summer. Didn't have a great end to his season this spring at West Valley, and that kind of leaked into the summer. And looks like he's figured stuff out a little bit.
1-1. Fastball misses low. So 2-1. Thornberry, that one checked in at 90 miles an hour, but had a very efficient first inning. Got a fly out on 1 pitch to the first batter, Griffin, then a single to Kelly, and then 2 straight groundouts to second that got him out of the inning. 2-1 to DeMelio. Another fastball that misses below the knees. Hitter friendly to the Legends right fielder. DeMelio West Valley guy this year, you're very familiar with Austin. 293 average, 385 on base. 3-1, skips in the dirt. D'Amelio, a leadoff walk.
Yeah, very familiar with Joey D'Amelio. Had a really strong start to the spring for the Vikes, and then kind of cooled down the stretch. But he's a guy that has done it at the Division I level. He played at Pepperdine his freshman year. He was a one-time conference freshman of the week. Just a really solid player that, especially when he's hot, is hot.
Another guy that when he's hot is hot. Casey Levitt McGee, a former Crawdad, has really turned it up of late. Has brought his batting average from 0.77 to 196. Partly courtesy of a 4-for-4 day against the Seagulls a couple weeks ago. First pitch he sees fouled back over the third base dugout. But Levitt McGee, guy with quite a bit of power. A homer, a triple, and 3 doubles this season. 9 RBIs, good for a 370 slugging. 0-1 from Thornberry, wave and a miss. Challenge fastball in the bottom third.
Well, the triple game against the Crawdads. Last game, Levitt McGee was out against Walnut Creek in Danville.
I had the pleasure of calling it. It was a very well struck triple down the right field line. 0-2, flared off the end of his bat. Foul ground towards third. Carlisle dives and he just misses.
No question on the effort there, though. Backwards dive, toughest play to make. And it's like you're a wide receiver in football, tracking a deep ball going right over your head. Really tough catch to make, so. Another life, though, out there for Levitt McGee at the plate.
Levitt McGee waving that dark green bat, matches his Legends uniform.
Matches his high school, too, Sacred Heart Cathedral.
Good shout. Also
Irish.
matches Laney College where
Yeah.
he started his
Sure, yeah.
career.
These guys he likes green.
Can't blame him. It's a solid color.
Great color.
Go
Best one.
Ducks.
That wasn't needed, Austin. 0-2.
Whoa.
Fastball well high, gets past Longacre. And D'Amelio will advance on the wild pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Levitt McGee.
Yeah, you want to elevate a little bit there if you're Thornberry. I think the idea is to go up and try to get that chase over the belt. I mean, Longacre, not the tallest guy behind the plate. I wanted to get him up out of his crouch. Not a ton he can do with that ball.
1-2, no one out. Bottom of the second. D'Amelio at second base. 1-2 to Levitt McGee. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. Levitt McGee spent this spring at Cal State Bakersfield. He committed there middle of last summer with the Crawdads, but only played in 8 games, dealt with an injury. So he was able to get the year back as a redshirt. But he's in the portal now. 2-2 challenge fastball, fouled back.
He is a guy that could be a really good get for a program somewhere. Is a guy with a lot of power, a guy that takes a ton of walks.
Yep.
He'll strike out a good amount as well, but he's a 3-2 outcome guy.
Yeah, that on-base percentage this year, just to your example, Austin, 387 with 15 walks to 18 Ks. Kind of unbelievable, even for the CCL. That's really good. 2-2 from Thornberry. Fastball that Longacre picks out of the dirt. Full count.
Now you're seeing the approach, working it back.
Past that, a walk rate over 24%. That's stupid good.
That'll play, as you'd like to say.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That's almost too high.
Really comfortable in a 2-strike count, too, as you're seeing here. Worked it back from 0-2 to 3-2 now.
Full count pitch from Thornberry. Check swing, a fastball misses in the dirt. Back-to-back walks for D'Amelio and Levitt McGee. 2 aboard, no one out for Paul Wagner, the Legends left fielder.
And I think this is a good time for Gabe Rojas to make the walk out of the dugout. Really quick first inning for Weston. Struggled a little bit here in the second, getting ahead early, but it kind of just hasn't been able to finish guys off. And now, you know, we talked about it before the inning. This is the part of the order that you needed to go after if you're Thornberry. He's done the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Austin. You know, I talked about it. Just 2 for 22. Still 2 for 22 are these 3 hitters that were due up this inning, but on base percentage amongst them helped very much. 2 straight walks. Cardinals have kind of struggled from walking guys that maybe they should be attacking. I think back to this slow game, Brady Alvis was batting 8th, 3 for 39 in the summer. He entered that game and walked twice to start the game. So That was a tough one. And he had only had, what, I think 5 walks coming into that game, so just have to get in the zone and challenge these guys who maybe should be attacked.
Thornberry, longest outing this season for him, 4 innings, which came all the way back on June 16th against the San Francisco Seagulls. He's gone 3 innings, a time after that. But his last time out, July 8th against the Arroyo Seco Saints, Thornberry, 1 inning, 1 hit. 1 run came across, also had a strikeout and a walk.
TJ Woodson seems interested in whatever we're doing. He's kind of had his eye glued to JB's laptop all day.
Checking in on his roommate. Any case, here's Wagner against Thornberry. 2 on, no one out. First pitch, Wagner squares bunt, pulls it back. Ball drops out of the zone. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's the first pitch ball from Weston today.
That it is. Wagner, 227 on base, 105 average in 20 games. Already showing bunt early. Infield playing and the corners are. Pulls it back again. 2-0 count to Wagner.
This infield wants an out at third. They're going with the wheel play. Corners racing in. Scurrying over to third to cover Parker Jr. Maybe not this time.
Thornberry fires. Another bunt squared, called a strike as Wagner moved the bat away.
Great work from Longacre back there as well. That's a tough pitch to bring back into the zone, especially with Wagner bunting and knowing you're going to have to be athletic if the ball is put in play.
1 knee down stance for Longacre, 2-1. Bunt hit right to Ronson covering at first. No chance at third, so he'll go to first with Ramos covering. Sacrifice bunt works, moves both runners over.
Yeah, really nice one. Perfectly done. You want to just get it on either of the lines, not back to the pitcher. You want it to also not have too much on it. That one kind of just stopped right on the grass after it took its first touch of the ground. So now, Menlo Park in business. Base hit ties the game.
That it does. 2 RBI chance with 1 out, bottom of the second. Isaac Fendel, the second baseman, man with the first crack to do it. Thornberry kicks and delivers. Challenge fastball lined over Ronson's head. Base hit. In comes DeMelio. They'll give Levin McGee the wave. Finally, Ramos gets to it, and no, they'll hold Levin McGee at third. So just an RBI single that scores 1 for Fendel. And now this game, just 1 run lead for Walnut Creek.
I mean, that ball was just hit so softly that I thought that's when it became dangerous, was because of how softly he was hit, and Taylor was going to have to charge it. But credit to Ramos for being the one that got over to make that play, because if he's not there hustling it over, that's 2 runs easily.
Runners on the corners. Only 1 out for the most dangerous power bat in the legend order. Ethan Jackson leads the legends in homers. Fouls back Thornberry's first pitch.
Jackson just committed to USF. Congratulations to him. I feel like there's like the entire USF roster, it feels like, is in the CCL North.
Yeah, he's a lot of Dons.
Oh, 1 out of the stretch. Runner goes. It's called a strike top of the zone. The throw down to second. Not in time. Ramos laid the tag, and Levin McGee comes home to score. Double steal results in a run driven in. We're tied at 2.
Interesting. They were looking for the out only at second with fewer than 2 outs. Just let the run. That was a gift. Just let the run come in through the back door. Crawdads have done that a couple times where they've cut the throw off and gotten the guy out at home. That time, no attempt.
So strike swinging, and now the 0-2 from Thornberry out of his hand early. Hits Jackson.
Well, we could start seeing those Urkels start to throw, and I think that's exactly what's going to start happening. Not what Thornberry was looking for in the second inning of work after a quick first.
Top of the order, and the lefty Mason Griffin. Second and third, 1 out. We're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the second. Griffin flew out to left field on 1 pitch in his first at-bat. First offering from Thornberry. Fastball above the letters.
What I'm happy about right now is knock on however much wood you can. I'm happy that our hotspot is working right now. We're on air.
That we are, with video. Last time we were here was a radio-only broadcast. 1-0 pitch to Griffin. Knee-high fastball, strike 1.
It's right where you want it. Trying to get a ground ball. Sit that at the knees. Right now, you kind of want the ball in play because this inning all started with a couple walks.
1-1. Griffin takes a hack, pops it up behind home plate. Longacre charging towards us over at third. And turned out to be Carlisle down the third base fence. Almost had it, but it drops. 1-2 to Griffin, this center fielder.
We're letting it slide. Happens. You know, we talk about how on the road it's when you have a look like we do. It's sometimes you kind of just let things go.
That one was over the tent line too. Hard to see from out here.
1-2. Fastball high.
The Legends baseball camp is here, and every now and then they'll throw in a couple claps in sync and then go silent for a little while. I think it's illuminated by the overhang.
Perhaps a little bit of echo.
Echo.
2-2 pitch. Misses inside. Fastball at the shins.
Bats by these Legends have been really, really good. Even getting down, even if they're behind 2 strikes, they're not giving up. It's not over till it's over. Taking these pitches, close pitches, maybe laying off the ones that are also kind of junk pitches that Thornberry wants to chase on. Really, really disciplined.
3-2 to Griffin. Rising sophomore at Northern Colorado. Pitch is popped up, left field. Plastic camps under it. Charging in, makes the grab. Both runners hold. 2 flyouts to left field for Griffin. Now 2 down. The 2-hole man, Ryder Kelly, working with 2 runners on.
That was almost dangerous.
Yeah.
Kind of looked for a minute because the only person I could see was the center fielder Perez and the shortstop Parker Jr. And Plastic kind of came out of nowhere or under what was clouded by a tent to make the catch.
Nonetheless, Crawdads do record the out. We're still tied at 2. Kelly, first time up, singled in a 2-strike count. Thornberry kicks and deals. Foul back. 0-1 to Kelly with that single. Moves his average above the 250 mark that he entered this game with. But Kelly and Duran, the most potent bats in the order. 386 on base guy, Kelly is. Thornberry trying to get out of the inning. 0-1 pitch with 2 outs. Fouled away over the first base dugout. Words of encouragement from the Crawdad dugout. Carlisle hugging the third base bag, shifted over against the right-hander. As is Ramos at second. Parker Jr. playing deep at short. Outfield straight away, 0-2. Fastball on the inner third, called strike 3. First of the day for Thornberry, gets him out of the inning. But how about 2 runs? 1 on a hit, 1 on a stolen base for the Legends. We're tied at 2, top of the third after this. Top of the third, Legends go to the bullpen. Adam Morris, a left-hander from Salinas, California, gets the call. Making his 6th appearance, he's 0-1 with a 5.23 ERA and 10 1/3 innings pitched. Perez, Parker Jr., and Cam Taylor due up in this half for the Crawdads. We're tied at 2. Last time Perez was up, grounded out to second, but drove in a run. Lefty-lefty matchup. Morris kicks and delivers. Funky delivery, misses low though.
What do you know about Salinas, California?
I think it's where we stop on the way down to Slow.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the places.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
1-0. Perez takes another ball low.
There are a lot of signs on that highway about it.
It's like Monterey, but not not as fun.
Right.
Correct.
I feel like it's a place that isn't that notable,
No.
but there's so many signs about the exits.
2-0, Perez. Looks like he might have fouled it off his back leg. Grounded up the middle.
Whoa.
Morris, double trouble. Picked at it twice with the glove. Couldn't get it. And it will go as an E1. Perez safe at first.
That was a weird one.
Forgot something.
That was just, I think, almost credit that one with the infield grass, too. Sort of hit in a little bit of a spot where the grass isn't as tall as the rest and sort of bounced up weird past the glove. At that point, when it's rolling slowly, you kind of got to ditch the glove and just use the bare hand.
I was just going to say, I think that it's got to be a bare hand play the whole way.
Yeah.
In any case, here's Parker Jr. Last time he was up, hit by a pitch in a 2-2 count from Toribio. So this will be his first at-bat, technically. Last time was a plate appearance. First pitch, he bounces at home plate.
But on a good note about that, it extends Dylan Perez's on-base streak. It's 23 games.
That it does, 23 straight. That's every game he's played in conference play for Walnut Creek.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Even at the second game of the season that wasn't conference, so all but one for the entire season, 24 games total, 23 in CCL play, man. That's impressive stuff.
Very much so. Longest on-base streak on the team this year. Not quite as long as Cam Taylor's 28 on-base streak from last year. 1-0, Parker Jr. takes a rip into the left center gap. It lands at the warning track and bounces a couple feet towards the fence. Perez in at third, and he gets the stop sign from manager Brent Cummings. Booming double from Parker Jr. Runners at second and third. No one out for Bam Bam Taylor.
101 miles an hour off the bat. That ball was pieced up. And you get it in the KPJ wheelhouse, and he's going to make you pay. Swings have been looking really good recently, even when they're not falling. I mean, you look back to the 100 exit velocity line-out that he hit at Arroyo Seco. But, again, I think he's one of those guys you kind of have to look past the overall numbers just because of how good the swings have looked.
We've gotten used to seeing that combination, too, of just pulled hard in the air. That's the goal. Towards the gaps, that's where you want to be. And he has been probably number one on that list for the Crawdads. Maybe TJ Woodson up there with him, too.
5th double of the season for Parker Jr. Here's Taylor from the left side. Morris kicks and delivers. Breaking ball that sits at the knee. Strike number 1.
And I think, to your point, Harry, I think the batting average is always going to be a little low for a guy like Kevin Parker Jr., who really likes to elevate the ball, especially to the pull side, just because you're going to get more direct fly balls, hard line drives at people.
0-1. Taylor takes another breaking ball. This time it's out of the zone.
But you're kind of okay with it because of the power and because of the walks and, of course, the defense. It's kind of your perfect modern baseball player.
Very much so. Complete guy for the modern game. Another guy like that, Cam Taylor. 1-1. Fastball below the knees. 2-1. Taylor kind of fits that exact same mold, just opposite side. Big left-handed swing. Nice athlete that Taylor is. Hits for power. Walks a lot.
Steals bases, too.
Very much.
It was not the thing I was expecting last summer.
Morris is 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Now seeing they don't want to give him anything resembling of a challenge pitch there. 2-1, the breaking ball. Now 3 of them out of the 4 pitches, I should say, this at bat. He's got to adjust now. 2-2. Sit fastball, react to the speed, or the spin, I should say.
The 2-2 from Morris. Breaking ball ripped down the right field line. Does it drop in fair territory? Yes, it does. Extra bases for Cam Taylor. He's heading to second. Perez scores. Parker Jr. scores. The throw from the right fielder, D'Amelio, sails over Kruzmar's head. Bases clearing double for Cam Taylor. The Crawdads back on top, 4-2.
And there's the exact judgment. Saw the off-speed, got out ahead of it, wasn't too far in front of it where he either missed it or pulled it foul, just enough to loop it in fair and bring home two. Hit it where they ain't. He stays hot.
That he does. Went out and scooped that ball below the zone. Any case, RBI chance for Ramos. And Elijah Ramos, 4 multi-hit games in his last 7. Hitting .320 with a .415 on-base percentage and .320 slugging in that span. First pitch from Morris. Slow breaking ball sits on the outer third. Strike 1.
Man, Jackson got lucky back there that time. He was crossed up, it almost looked like, and dropped the glove with the pitch. But he gets the call to go his way.
0-1 run to Ramos, who in that stretch has brought his batting average up to .225, .319 on base on the season. 0-1 fastball spiked in the dirt, gets away from Jackson. Cam Taylor will take third standing.
Ball in dirt, incredible read. Didn't get too far away from Jackson. But Taylor's such a smart base runner. You knew he was going to get to third no matter what.
Count goes to 1-1 on the passed ball. Still no one out, top of the third. Slow breaking ball away. Ramos ahead now, 2-1 with Cam Taylor 90 feet away from being the Crawdads' 5th run today.
Over and slow, the Blues have taken a 4-2 lead, bases clearing double from Brendan Comerford. And everyone starts booing.
2-1, Ramos scoops it under the zone and hits it on one hop into shallow center field. Taylor tags from third, and he'll come in to score. RBI base hit from Ramos, 5-2. The Crawdads still on top.
Well, both those hits really not hit hard at all. I mean, that one sort of just flipped out to center. Griffin thought he might have had a play on it, just pulled up. Maybe wanted to try and make a throw home, but not enough on it. And Taylor got a good enough where he did hold off for a sec, but then raced on home. So not getting help from the outfield out there is the lefty Morris.
Runner at first with no one out for Sutter Moss. Hard-hitting Crawdad designated hitter has a single already today. First pitch to him, breaking ball knee high.
Well, in the way the Crawdads are scoring, you'd think Harry Setrakian was on play-by-play.
Yeah.
You would. Finally, I'm getting some runs while I'm on the board.
It's nice, man. Your
I
calls
say
of the,
as I called 2 home runs on Sunday.
calls of the week might be longer this week.
Perhaps so. Well, actually, I have to keep it under 3 minutes. 0-1, Moss rips it right on a line. Levitt McGee's there, takes it back to the bag himself. Ramos had a 10-foot lead, and there's the L3 double play unassisted. First 2 outs in the top of the third.
Yeah, hardest hit ball in the last 3 at-bats. Results in 2 outs. It's not fair, man. Last 2 kind of probably lower than 83 miles an hour off the bat, which that one was for Moss, and though he drove in 3 runs. Baseball gives and takes away.
Ball in play luck. Comes back to bite Moss there. 2 outs. Here's Ronson. No one on the paths. Off speed and outside to him.
Yeah, and that was one of those ones off the bat of Moss that I think looked a little bit harder to everyone, including the first baseman, Casey Levitt McGee, who, as he leapt, he almost had to catch it on the way down because of how it just knuckled. Wasn't really hit all that hard.
1-0. Ronson rips a single up the middle on the line. Just hits the center field grass.
That was hit pretty good. That one was hit hard.
102 off the bat of Ronson. Hardest hit ball this inning. Hardest hit ball of the game also.
Torched. I mean, you get a hanging breaking ball, 84 miles an hour, about as middle as you can get it, and Ronson made him pay. A couple really nice at-bats for him.
Yeah, Ronson worked a full count walk in the second. Now a single with 2 outs in the top of the third. Here's Longacre, who was hit by a pitch in a 3-1 count back in the second. Morris with a throw back to first. Ronson is safe, but Morris having a tough go of it this inning. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for the Crawdads. Pardon me, 4 hits. Also an error in which Pettis scored, but did get the L3 double play. It's brought it to 2 outs here. First pitch to the righty, Longacre. Fastball top of the zone.
Longacre told me recently he wants to start pulling the ball, driving the ball in the air a little more.
Was doing a good job of it in BP today, too. Coming off the bat pretty hot.
0-1 to the Crawdad catcher. Fastball lower in the zone. Longacre gives it a hack.
Was just top spinning it a bit too out there, so you have to think in game maybe looking like a line out to the left fielder, just trying to get that top hand down, kind of level swing so you could naturally backspin the ball, just have it keep going up and up.
He's also been working on trying to keep his hands more still, not let them drift back before he takes his swing. 0-2. Ripped foul over the first base dugout. Fastball at the top of the zone that Longacre attacked.
They were talking about it a lot yesterday in the MLB home run derby, the differences kind of between the swings where you can see a guy can still hit the ball hard, but if it's topspin on it, it'll just kind of loop out to the outfield for an out. If he gets that hard line drive backspin, Chipper Jones did it really, really well in his career. Just keeps going up. Those big up-deck homers like Jack Caglione and Kyle Schwarber hit.
0-2 from Morris, a breaking ball that's nearly in the dirt. How about the fundamentals of fly balls with Harry Setrakian?
I love it.
I love it too, man.
Drives
inside.
greatly from Hunter Pence's commentary last night. He was on it.
Oh, there you go.
Him and Anthony Rizzo, they know something about hitting.
Maybe. 1-2, another breaking ball. Smoked on a one hop over to Kelly. Gets past him. Didn't know where it went. Looked behind him, but it was at his feet. Question is, hit or an error? We'll wait for the official scoring decision. Nonetheless, Ronson moves to second. Longacre's at first.
Tough hop, hit pretty good to the kind of forehand side where he tried to make that swipe of a pick. And mentioning Anthony Rizzo again, he used to be really good at that at first base. You kind of have to bring the glove back and rip it towards the ball, hoping to get it on a short hop. So tough play to make.
Second and first for Pulasic. Walked and singled in his first two at-bats. And they will give Longacre the hit. Back-to-back two-out singles. First pitch to the lefty, Pulasic. Breaking ball at the knees.
I think that's the right call.
Agreed. That was smoked. Pulasic from June 20th to July 10th. 383 hitter, 483 on base, 447 slugging. He's been ripping it. 0-1 curveball in the dirt. Jackson on top of it. Also Pulasic in that stretch. Just 7 walks to 6 strikeouts. Has 4 multi-hit games this summer. 1-1 count, 2 outs top of the third. Would love another one. Carlisle on deck should Pulasic find his way aboard.
Just a really long, laborious inning from Morris.
Very much so. Trying to get out of it. 1-1. Fastball low.
And the only outs he's gotten are on a relatively hard hit ball over to first, a twin killing lineout, which you don't see a ton.
One of the rare unassisted double plays you'll see. Crawdads kind of making contact with everything Morris has been showing. 2-1, breaking ball outside. Had the right height, but just missed away. Hitters count to Pulasic. 2026 CCL All-Star selection for the Crawdads has made opposing pitchers pay all year long. The pitch from Morris. Fastball popped out of Jackson's glove, and if that's held in, it's called strike 3.
Yeah, I think it was called ball 4, but you're absolutely right.
Definitely.
It's just it has not been Jackson's day back there.
So now with 2 outs, the bases are loaded. Lucas Carlisle comes to the dish. 1 for 2, RBI single in the first. Chance to add some more. Carlisle, 4 ribbies on the season now in 9 games, 10 including today.
And in the 9 spot, not a place that's really conducive to getting a lot of RBI, though. The way that the bottom of the Crawdads order has been working, it has been, but now on the 2 spot, even better, and already has got 1 today.
Morris kicks and delivers. Fastball above the letters.
It's similar to TJ Woodson's arc, where he was so fantastic in that 9 spot early in the season. Now it's been perennially in the top 3, moved around, mainly 1 and 2, but Carlisle can be another guy like that. It's going to be tough to make that lineup if you're Brent Cummings.
1-0 delivery. Fastball swung through. 1 ball and 1 strike. And you're absolutely right, Harry. How about the middle infielders for Walnut Creek? Starting in the 9 spot from the right side, then moving up to the 2 after displaying elite contact and on-base ability. Plus a bit of pull side power. Both Carlisle and Woodson solo homers to right field this season. 1-1 to Carlisle. Fastball at the knees. Strike 2. Ronson's at second. Pardon me. Ronson's at third. Longacre at second, and Pulasic at first. 2 singles and a walk has juiced the bases with 2 outs here at the top of the third. Crawdads already added 3 this inning. 1-2. Carlisle takes a breaking ball outside.
Three runs doesn't feel like a huge deficit, but man, the Crawdads and Legends have just done it so differently today through 2.5 innings.
Legends 2 runs on 1 hit. 2-2. Carlisle. It's on the ground to second. Fendel took a weird hop, bounces off of his chest. 1 run comes across. That's Ronson. Now Longacre in to score. 2 runs driven in. Runner still at the corners. And now it's a 7-2 lead for Walnut Creek.
Vicious hop. That is so difficult to see as a former infielder, too. I mean, that's just impossible to know that ball is going to take that hop at the last second. I mean, was coming in, looked pretty routine over there at second for Fendel, but hopped up off the lip. All of a sudden, a ball that looked like it's coming ankle high is coming shoulder high.
Another question as to whether that's going to be a single or an error.
Believe they did mark it as an error.
Might just have to by principle.
Waiting on the official. Nonetheless, it's a 5-run lead for Walnut Creek. Runners on the corners, and Perez up to bat for the 2nd time this inning. It is officially an error for Carlisle. E4 specifically. First pitch to Perez, misses low, behind Jackson. In comes Pulasic from third to score, and he's safe. No tag from Morris covering from the mound.
Well, I'll say it, ball don't lie. Dustin Cheney, the Crawdad pitching coach, was pointing it out in the dugout. The play before, they threw the ball into the dugout before time was called, and Coach Cheney was all over it. There you get a wild pitch that doesn't really get past Jackson. Good base running off third from Pulasic to come home and score. And there's baseball IQ from Coach Cheney. Respect.
Carlisle moves to second on the wild pitch. It's 1-0 to Perez.
It's been such a long inning, too. I mean, for Menlo Park, going to have some real tired legs when they're coming up to hit,
Crawdads
if it's anytime soon.
Batted around, right to your credit, Harry. Perez led off this inning with an E1. He reached safely as Morris kind of weak tapper back to him on the ground. He missed it twice with 2 stabs of the glove.
Yeah, that's when it all started, right? And that's how you felt. You could kind of feel like, all right, that was going to change the pace a little bit, and that's exactly what happened.
Morris kicks and deals. 1-0 pitch to Perez, misses. Off speed and away. So another 2-0 count to Perez. First time he had that this inning. He hit that E1.
It really feels like there aren't 2 outs, too. I mean, all in that one play, Cardinals have commanded their at-bats.
It's been a big inning for Walnut Creek. 2-0 home. Beans Perez in the square of the back. So he's on for his 2nd time this inning. And now Kevin Parker Jr. up to bat, a guy who doubled his last time up. Pieced that ball on the pull side gap.
This should be the day for Adam Morris, but man, it's just been a really rough inning. And you have to think for the Crawdads pitching in the same right. I mean, they've kind of been put on ice, whether Thornbury is scheduled to come back out or if Noah Zirkel's coming. He's had a little bit of extra time to warm up.
So Morris's day is done. We'll take a break. 2 out through the top of the 3rd. 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Crawdads, 8-2 lead, and Colby Bonin will take over for Morris. Former left-hander went 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 1 walk. The run tally to be completed later, but Bonin inherits 2 on board. Carlisle at first, Pettit at second, pardon me. First pitch to Parker Jr. misses low. KPJ, first at bat this inning, had a big double into the left center gap. It's also hit by pitch in the first. Colby Bonin, 4 and 2 innings pitched. This is his 5th appearance, an 11.57 ERA in that time. 1-0, inner third fastball misses.
You actually could, I think, pencil in 3 earned runs for Adam Morris. Every run now that will come in will be unearned. He's already got 3 of them unearned. Should be 3 outs in the inning thanks to the error a couple batters ago, so won't hurt the ERA anymore.
2-0 to Parker Jr., fastball at the belt. Strike number 1 in this at-bat.
Sound like a parent trying to console his child, like, don't worry, the ERA won't be hurt anymore. They're there.
Good shout, Austin.
It's been enough.
This has been a monster inning for Walnut Creek. They've scored 6 already. 2-1, Parker Jr. takes a rip, and it's foul down the third base line.
Bad guys can't hurt you anymore.
I don't know. The Crawdads are ever looming in terms of offense.
You hear, what is it that Grant Brisbee says, like the BABIP Duke, right? When you talk about the BABIP gods, what's the version of that for earned runs?
Wish I could tell you.
Not sure.
2-2 to Parker Jr. Hit in the air, right center gap this time. Griffin over from center field, makes the catch, and inning finally over. 10 batters for Walnut Creek. They score 6 runs. To the bottom of the third we go. Legends trying to eat into the deficit now. Bottom third, the Crawdads lead by 6, and later on, today's player of the game brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Player of the game to be announced on our social pages after the game. In any case, Weston Thornberry back out for his 3rd inning of work for the Crawdads, has allowed just 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 defensive errors. 3 left on base. He'll face Duran, the first man aboard. First pitch to him, a fastball that misses low. So Duran, Cruzmar, and D'Amelio. That's 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Legends. They have to try to recover from that 6th spot in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 fastball just misses. It was about belt high, but I think it was either too far outside or too far inside.
Yeah, real close. Always kind of hard to tell when we're just by the Crawdads third base dugout. We can tell the high-low, not quite the in and out.
Yeah, we can't tell, but you folks probably could see it from our nice high home view. 2-0 fastball popped behind home plate. 2-1 to Ryan Duran, the cleanup hitter. Or the designated hitter, I should say, Duran. Grounded out to second. Back in the bottom of the 1st inning, but he's been the guy from Menlo Park this summer. Thornberry, 2-1 delivery. Fastball just yanked too far away. Hitter friendly to Duran, rising senior at Westcliff University. at the NAIA level. The 3-1 home. Fastball away. Ball 4.
That's how the little rally started last inning for Menlo. Was a walk, lead off, back-to-back walks started that inning. They got 2. Both the first 2 batters did score. So Thornbury kind of just having trouble with the command to start innings, but was able to kind of settle it in last frame. So let's see if he's able to try and pitch to a double play. He's really been working with the fastball, even in ground ball opportunities. Maybe wanting to work a bit of the off speed away here, try and get a weak ground ball pulled to the left side.
Could be the goal here. First pitch to Cruz Mar. Fastball that doesn't get the frame. Longacre had it there, but not called for a strike.
Yeah, really well done both ends. Good spot by what Thornberry could bring up by Longacre, just didn't get the call. Good umpiring.
1-0, Cruz Mar swings out of his shoes. Another fastball lower third.
Not to be fooled by the frame, I should say. But I mean, Longacre's done such a good job back there. I'd be sold if I was umping.
Absolutely, I would have called it a strike. Looked very good, at least from this vantage point. Maybe a little different right on top of the catcher. 1-1 from Thornberry out of the stretch. Hit on a line to Parker Jr. at short. He collects. Now the throw back to first, double play. Duron had a huge lead. 6-3 double play. The Crawdads now find themselves with 2 outs defensively, bottom of the third.
Well, just forgot his baseball fundamentals. Freeze on a line drive right to Kevin Parker, and Parker had plenty of time to throw that one back to first. Didn't have to show off the cannon that time. Just could lob it over to Barrett Ronson. And very similarly to last inning, a line out turns into a double play. Or the last half inning, I should say.
There's Joey D'Amelio with 2 outs and no one on. Thornberry out of the windup again. Ground ball to second, past Ramos. He wouldn't have had a beat on it. So D'Amelio has now been aboard twice today. 1 on a walk in the second, now a walk in the third. 1 on with 2 outs for Casey Levitt-McGee, the power-hitting first baseman.
This is a chance for Menlo Park to get at least a little closer into this game, if not right back into it. You know, at least you're putting some good at-bats together, getting a little bit better of a feel.
Levitt-McGee stands in from the left-handed batter's box. First pitch from Thornberry, fastball in there at the bottom third.
Me and Charlie are talking to each other without Harry knowing.
Yeah, we're being secretive.
Trying to figure out what you guys are sleuthing over here.
It's usually the other way around.
You'll figure it out at the end of this inning. 0-1, Levitt-McGee hits a high chopper on the right side of the infield, base hit. D'Amelio will stop at second. Cam Taylor gets there on the ground ball in right. Back-to-back singles for the Legends with 2 outs. A little bit of a rally going. Wagner, a chance to extend it.
And, you know, if you're Ryan Duran now in the dugout for the Legends, you feel a bit bad about, again, not freezing on that line drive. Could have had a run, maybe in there, or bases loaded, 1 out. But instead got into that second out on the line out. So Thornberry still in the driver's seat. Does have a 6-run cushion as well. Just keep attacking if you're Weston.
Thornberry will face Paul Wagner, the rising junior at Ohlone College. Undecided where he's going next. After 2 seasons in the JUCO ranks. First pitch from Thornberry, slider misses. Just at the top of the zone.
That was a strike. But Paul Wagner, I think I said this last time, but he was a Viking killer. He was a guy that really wasn't in the lineup for Ohlone much, and he would play West Valley and go like 3 for 4 every game.
1-0. Chopper up the middle. Thornberry missed with the glove. Diving effort. Ramos, he picks up, throws it in time. Parker Jr. covers at second. Crawdads salvage a ground ball into the last out in the bottom of the third. That'll do it. The Crawdads still lead by 6. And for the top of the fourth through the top of the 7th, Austin Oda taking over on play-by-play.
Top of the fourth inning, I'm Austin Oda with a couple of fools to my right,
Yep.
one even bigger on my left. Jack Brooks to my left, Harry Setrakian, Charlie Limoncelli to my right. Cam Taylor leading off the top of the fourth inning, and that adds up 8-2. Hey, thanks for joining us here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network.
A lot of fools even further to your left. The Crawdad dugout.
Good 30 of them.
Awesome fools, though. We love them.
Cam Taylor, a 2-run double his last time up. He'll face the right-hander Colby Bonin and slap the first pitch to the screen. 0-1. 8 runs on 8 hits for Walnut Creek. 3 errors. It says 2 on the board. I have 3 in my book, but I could be wrong.
I think
Got
it's
3.
just 2.
I've got 3. There were 2 last inning. 1
Yeah.
in the first.
Oh, yep, you're right.
There's a change that misses down and away. A ball and a strike. Crawdads are looking to start a new win streak. They had that 13-game winner early in the summer. A ball and a strike. The righty Bonin, the left-handed hitting Taylor. Here's the pitch. And Taylor takes just a little bit outside. That ball, again, could have been called a strike.
It's been a Crawdad-friendly zone today a little bit. Maybe, again, we kind of talked about it, the credit of Drew Longacre and perhaps the deficit of Ethan Jackson.
2-1 to Taylor. And he takes high and tight. 3-1.
Don't let this guy hit in 3-1 counts. Last time he had one, hit his first homer of the summer back on Sunday against Alameda. Cranked a fastball upstairs, well over the wall.
Looks like Bonin knows that too. He took a deep breath ahead of a 3-1. And Taylor takes high and tight, ball 4.
If that pitch wasn't inside, Taylor's totally swinging, trying to do the same thing.
Surprised he even threw him a fastball, too. So Adam Morris, when it was a lefty-lefty matchup, when it was up 3-1, or was down 3-1, I should say, against Taylor, threw the breaking ball to him. Taylor was out in front, so regardless, walk, not too much damage against Bonin. Good decision to kind of not go after him.
Here's Elijah Ramos having a great day. An RBI single his last time up. Also made a stellar stop on a ball up the middle and the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch to him, and he takes a slider down and away for ball 1. I don't know, guys. We've got a tent over us right now. I think we're at the time of the day where we might just move it after the inning because
I
I
don't
can't
think
really
we need it.
see the field a ton also. Ball and no strikes to Elijah Ramos. Having a great second half to his season. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses. Then they're going to say he fouled it. A piece of it as it kicked off the shin guards of Jackson 1-1. It's just a late foul call.
Yeah, very much so, but he did get a piece. Kind of changed the trajectory. You could see it as the ball hit the dirt. But it was a really gross off-speed pitch low from Bonin.
Ball and a strike. Bonin to Ramos. Here it comes. And he grounds one softly to 3rd on a backhand. Cruzmar goes to 2nd one around the horn. Fendel the 1st. And a 5-4-3 twin killing.
Routine ground ball turned for a double play. It's not the swing Ramos was looking for, but he's had himself a good day regardless. It's a really nice pitch from Bonin on the kind of well inside that you roll over.
That'll bring up Sutter Moss. Crawdad DH, 1 for 2 today. Lined into a double play his last time up. Hit a ball well up the middle his first time up. From the windup, now Bonin looking to work a 1-2-3 inning, kind of the unconventional way. He delivers a fastball down and away for ball 1. Moss came into today with an OPS just about 800. That mark has eclipsed that 800 mark after a 1-for-2 start to the day. 1-0 pitch to the big lefty, and he takes a big swing and a fastball top shelf and comes up empty 1-1.
Just under it, but man, Moss has one of the best swings in the Crawdad lineup. I mean, so smooth from the left side, so much power, really is able to dig in with the back foot and coil his body.
1-1. Fouls that hanging breaking ball back. I mean, right down the middle, right in the wheelhouse. Timed it up well, just hit it straight backwards. So now Bonin a chance for a 1-2-3 inning, which would be the first of the day, even with the leadoff walk and the 5-4-3 double play. Now a 1-2 pitch, Bonin to Moss. Here it comes. Moss swings and misses, strike 3 on a challenged fastball right on the outer half of the zone, and that'll do it. Crawdads go down 1-2-3. Bonin picks up his first strikeout through 3.5. All Crawdads. Bottom half of the fourth inning, 8-2 Crawdads. And, well, Santa Barbara's taken the lead over San Luis Obispo, which is a big thing because if the Crawdads win today and Slow loses, the Crawdads would jump to a 714 winning percentage and Slow would drop to a 694 winning percentage. And, well, if my Cupertino education teaches me anything, 714 is greater than 694, which means the Crawdads would be in first place. But still a long way to go in both those games.
Wow, you can do math, Austin?
Something like that. Weston Thornberry's first pitch to Isaac Fendel is off the outside for ball 1.
I'm surprised any journalist can do math, quite frankly.
Yeah, well, again, I grew up in the heart of Silicon Valley. It makes it a little easier. 1-0. Fendel swings and misses late on a fastball. 1-1. It was kind of always a running bit between me and Carson that we couldn't do math on air, and then I learned after the season that Carson just couldn't do math.
Yeah.
Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Thornberry misses up high. 2-1.
He cannot. I won't sell him out too much, but he might be going back for one more credit, a few more credits next fall.
5-4 Santa Barbara leads over San Luis Obispo. That came in the bottom of the 5th inning after Addison Klepsch hits a go-ahead 2-run homer. 2-1, wave and a miss, 2-2. That one a fastball, kind of center cut. Fendel was late on it. Fendel singled, drove in a run, stole a base back in the 2nd. Former high school teammate of one Noah Zirkle. 2-2, Thornberry in. Foul tip.
Noah Zirkle, who's tabbed as probably the next guy for Walnut Creek. He's in the bullpen, throwing a couple pitches.
Thornberry, just one strikeout so far. It ended the 2nd inning, a 3-pitch K of Ryder Kelly. On a 2-2 pitch to Isaac Fendel. He picks up his 2nd strikeout. A fastball on the outside edge. Nice frame job by Longacre to snap that one back in off the outside edge. And the first out in the 4th.
Wow. I mean, it's just been all the fastball from Thornberry, 100 miles an hour the whole time. Not literally, but figuratively, obviously. But, man, I mean, he's just spotting it on the outer part in whatever count he can find it in. And it's working so far. The only 2 strikeouts, only 3 strikeouts total in this game. And a lot of balls in play.
Here's Ethan Jackson, the catcher. First pitch from Thornberry, misses down low. Ball 1. Jackson just committed to USF from Monterey Peninsula College, the Lobos. Had a pretty good season. Both he had a great season, and the Lobos as a team, also a Coast South rival with the Vikings. 1-0 pitch to the catcher, and he takes a fastball at the knees, 1-1.
Do you make anything not about the West
No,
Valley Vikings?
No. But it's interesting because they were the one team that I didn't really see it all this year. It was kind of the only gap in my schedule, and it was spread out, but it just happened to be MPC. That fastball at the knees. Nice job, Longacre again back there. Makes it 1-2.
Was touching the zone regardless, according to the TrackMan data. So
But still, it's just a good play.
yeah, very much so. Nice job from Longacre, stealing some strikes early in this inning.
Another 1-2 pitch. That one misses up high, 2-2.
The 1-1 pitch, it's an ABS strike and an ABS strike only.
Right.
A 10th of the ball touching the zone.
Less than a 10th.
Or 10th of an inch, excuse me. That's what
There
I
you
meant
go.
to say.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out after the long strikeout of Fendel. Jackson takes down and away. Mostly fastballs this inning from Weston Thornberry. I mean, I don't really blame him. You're up 6. Just go with what feels good. We'll see if he goes back to it now with the count full and the top of the lineup looming. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Thornberry looking to complete 4 innings for the first time this summer. And this one fouled off, and Longacre took a hit on that one. One knocked the catcher's mitt off his left hand.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Diving over to your right side, away from the glove. And credit to Thornberry for making the catch, or completing the play, but that one stings.
Credit to the home plate umpire now for it looks like he's letting Weston Thornberry pick out the new baseball he wants, just giving Drew a little time back there. That's one of my kind of underrated favorite parts of baseball is seeing a home plate umpire with good feel.
It's funny because you have to think Thornberry's coming only fastballs. I don't know, man. The feeling on the seams may be a little less important when you're just pumping in the
Right.
4-seamers.
Unless, of course, you want to break off a slider here.
Yeah, maybe Maybe so. He's got a good ball to do it, you have to think.
3-2. Right there, called strike 3. Right down Broadway. I think Jackson might have been expecting slider, but he takes a got him ball. Back-to-back looking strikeouts.
Wow, pure cheddar from Weston Thornberry. Love the challenge pitch in the lower third. That's a beautiful fastball. You know, even I thought, there's a chance he breaks off the slider. I think Jackson, perhaps, like you mentioned, Austin, might have been thinking that too. He gets stunned with the heater down low.
No, no. You hear that coming? No, no.
Is there a big shark in the water?
No, no, no.
Jeff Samardzija?
No.
Mason Griffin is 0 for 2 today. And he takes a big floating breaking ball that falls off the outside edge for ball 1. Just saying there's something that could be in the water. Can you, does it go in the water?
What?
You know.
A shark?
1-0. A pop-up foul. Got to play towards the parking lot, 1-1.
Hopefully somebody's car is okay.
It landed just behind us on this grassy area.
Oh, there you go.
I also thought it was headed for the parking lot.
You know you got to return them here.
They haven't mentioned it as much today. But man, were they on it. I mean, maybe they heard our broadcast and changed. Maybe they got self-conscious.
Perhaps.
Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Thornberry home to the lefty Griffin, and he hits one to about the exact same spot. Longacre will give it a look, but it'll hit off the tin over the top, and then over towards a car. It rolls under a car.
Hey, Shea Langoliers is here. I thought he's playing in the All-Star game today.
Wow, Harry.
Batting third in Philly.
Wow. What a man. Can do it all.
2 places at once. That's pretty rare.
Ball 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thornberry, who entered this with just 1 strikeout, looking to strike out the side, and is a strike away from doing so. Dangles the right arm, now comes set. On a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Mason Griffin. He misses in the dirt. Jack Brooks is ready to ring him up, and
not close. Not quite.
Good feel from JB.
Yeah, nice gimmick.
Meet Gimmick Man.
Seriously, king of gimmicking, Jack Brooks.
Deuce is wild here in the 4th. Thornberry trying to put himself in line for a victory. The 2-2. Fastball just a little bit low. Longacre came up out of his crouch, ready to run off the diamond. That'll fill the count up.
He almost had it with the frame. Could have had another stolen strike instead. It's 3-2, but why not go back to the heat for Thornberry? It's worked.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 straight punch-outs. This one, line pass first, foul.
Right on it. Yeah, he's seen it now, and way early on that fastball that you think Thornberry sees that and maybe says, okay, time for a changeup, but I kind of doubt that. I feel like he's ready to just bring another fastball, maybe elevate this time so it gets on him a bit quicker.
Crawdads leading 8-2 here in the bottom of the 4th, commanding 6-run lead. And a 3-2 count. Thornberry to the left-handed hitting Griffin. In the air to center. Right there is Dylan Perez, who takes a couple steps in and makes the catch. And Weston Thornberry gives him the claw. In the bottom of the 4th inning, we go to the 5th, 8-2. Crawdad lead. Top of the 5th inning, and we've got a very special guest for the first time this summer. She's dabbing off the camera.
No feel.
It's the one and only Jay Stark.
Hello. I'm so excited to be on this right now.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm from Danville native, went to Monte Vista High School, and I'm at San Diego State. studying communications, so doing social media this summer, and I love it. Super fun.
I've heard from your resume this is not your first time on the air. Is that correct?
I have been. I did
Or did you lie on your resume?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did broadcasting for water polo for a while.
Not that far off from baseball.
Which everyone knows is a
So
real
far
sport.
off from baseball.
No.
It's Barrett Ronson, Drew Longacre, and Daniel Pulasic here in the 5th inning. First pitch to Ronson is fouled back. Julianne, well, I think this is kind of cool for me and Charlie because the three of us have been together, it feels like, since, like, what, January, February?
Yeah, we brought you on
So
pretty
long.
early in the process.
And you've just been such a stud for us.
Aw.
You've been doing everything we ask and more. It pains me to compliment you. Wonder Ronson.
I appreciate that.
This is the trio that perhaps makes the most out of anybody
So
in this
bad.
intern team.
Especially before the season. I mean, it was
Yeah,
just
we were-
non-stop. And,
Yeah.
you know, as the professional people that Charlie and I are, we had to kind of be like,
I'm not the professional person.
we had to be like, is it okay to, you know, kind of text gimmicks at 11:30 at night on a random
Yeah, of
Tuesday? And Julianne was
course.
like,
Are you kidding
absolutely.
me?
I don't know. What have you liked about this summer?
Oh gosh. I mean, I got to really explore my creative side, working for a college program. It's definitely difficult because you're kind of doing the same thing over and over again. But here, you definitely have the freedom to try new things and what works so that you can take it back to your school. So,
What school do you go to?
what?
What school do you go to?
San Diego State.
Did you already say
I
that?
already
Yes.
said that.
Yeah, Oda, you're like tweaking.
2-2 to Ronson. He crushes this one. Deep left center field, and it's tracked down at the wall by Paul Wagner. That one went a long way off the bat of Barrett Ronson, 353 feet, and it just kind of died out there. Julianne, you're also a student athlete
Mm-hmm.
at San Diego State. Tell
I
us
am.
about
Yeah, I play water
that.
polo there, so it's definitely cool kind of being on both sides of, working for a athletic program and also playing in one as well. So this past year, working for SDSU baseball and also playing water polo at the same time was definitely something I had to learn to juggle, but it's cool being able to not only work for the program, but also being able to be a part of the athletics as well.
What do you feel like you've learned most just about like being able to balance school life,
Oh,
student
gosh.
athlete, working, now that you've done it for a
It's-
full year?
It's not easy, let me tell you. I mean, I love it though. I wouldn't change it for the world. But I think that in the beginning, I definitely struggled, and there were things that I was slacking off in, whether that was my water polo, my grades, my work. And then once you kind of figure out how to balance everything, then it just started to flow.
Longacre sharply up the middle on a backhand sliding. Fendel gets up, throws in time.
Wow.
Couple nice plays to start the 5th inning, and well, Julianne Stark, bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck charm.
Are we serious right now?
Absolutely
Yes,
serious.
always.
I mean, every game that I did broadcast for water polo, they won. The one team I wanted to win.
Well, there you go.
So, not bad luck.
Crawdads still up 8-2. You've obviously had to deal with some characters this summer.
Oh gosh.
As someone who spends a lot of time in the dugout, maybe tell the viewers, the listeners, a little bit more about some of these guys. I don't know. Do you have any favorite stories, least favorite stories?
Oh gosh, there's so many that I cannot have like one that pops into my head. I mean, right now we have TJ Woodson taking photos of me on my camera currently after I gave it to Ryan Ellis. So don't know how I got into his hands, but I mean, the guys are great. They are full of so much personality and, making videos of them. Sometimes, there's days where they definitely don't want to talk to me, but they give it their all. They will give it their all every time. Other days they'll run away from me. I'm like 5'3" with a microphone, and they will sprint away from me when they see me. So it's a good vibes. I love it. And being in the dugout is interesting, Sometimes they're, so excited, cracking jokes. Other times it is dead silent. But either way, it's really fun, and I've had a great summer.
2-1 to Daniel Blasick, who's reached all 3 times today. He fouls it back. Are you giving yourself 5'3"?
Yeah. Are you serious? I am 5'3".
I'm just saying, I give it to Ryan Ellis all the time, and he talks about he's listed as like 5'9" in some places.
I mean, my coach listed me as 5'6".
Really?
I didn't even ask her to.
That's crazy.
I know.
Is there-
Shout out Coach Dana.
Is there height advantage in water polo? Like, does it do anything to
I
be
mean-
taller in water polo?
I mean, it's all about the leg strength, I feel like. Everyone looks like the same height in water polo. It's more about your upper body. So, do I have the longest arms in the world? No.
Plastic behind third. That'll drop foul.
Stays
But-
alive.
Yeah. You having fun?
Yeah, of course I'm having fun.
Good.
No, I'm actually having the most terrible time.
What else do you want to gimmick about now that you're here?
Oh gosh, let's talk about
Your
how
favorite numbers?
my what?
Your favorite
Oh
numbers?
gosh, no. I'm
She's so
20.
professional.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
like
so no.
technically.
I can't. Okay, with my job, I feel like you can't really be that professional because
No.
you kind of have to troll around. You
Yes,
know,
I agree.
you have to have fun. You can't be serious because the only way I'm able to make the TikToks I make is by me. Every time I see those videos, I'm like,
Ground ball
how
to
can I
short
make
on a
them look?
backhand. Kelly drops it, throws late. And that should be marked an error. That one kind of just dropped. Sorry, keep going.
Oh no, I was so interested in the play right there.
Talking about gimmicking and
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, I can't be serious. That's why I think when you guys were like, "Oh, should we be professional?" I'm sitting there like, "What? No."
But also, like, that infectious energy is why Austin and I felt so positively about
Aw.
bringing you into to this
Thanks,
program. I mean,
guys.
seriously, we couldn't ask for a better social media manager. I
Thanks,
think
guys.
Austin and I, like, legitimately, when we were having conversations about the hiring process, there's nothing else I would have wanted.
Yeah.
well, we said we needed someone who could have fun, but also, lock in when they needed to. And I think what both of us have seen this summer is like you've exceeded our expectations about.
1000%.
Guys.
1000%.
Yeah. Don't worry, viewers. I'm coming out with a new TikTok tomorrow.
What is the goal? What is the long-term goal?
I think the long-term goal, I mean, I don't know if I would want to do social media long-term. I think it's a good thing to put on my resume that, I've been doing this, but I definitely think I would want to go into sports advertising or PR. The goal is Red Bull. I would love to work for Red Bull. Oh my gosh.
Do you
That's
drink
the
a lot of
dream.
Red Bull?
So much. It's actually really bad.
I feel like I haven't seen you with Red Bull. I feel like it's
See,
only
I
been
crack it open in
Other
the
than
morning
coffee.
though.
right, and then you do a coffee after that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of caffeine.
Well, I mean,
Don't exceed 500 milligrams per day.
I'm not, but like you kind of gotta have a lot to be able to sustain being in the dugout for all 9 innings. So.
Especially the way that you do it. Pulaski safe at
Ugh.
first on the back pick. That one called strike 2. We're with Julianne Stark, Crawdads director of social media, who's done an exceptional job this summer. You're going into your junior year. Is that right, at
Yes,
San
I
Diego
know. I'm
State?
so excited.
Joe says I think we should always have Julianne on the broadcast.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that, Joe.
2-2 runner goes, pitches down and away. Here's Jackson throwing to second, nowhere close. And Pulaski in with his second stolen base of the day.
Austin, I kind of have a crazy idea. You ready for this?
Frightened.
So whoever's doing play-by-play is either just Harry or I, and then we do the 3-man road games where it's you and Julianne, and one of us play-by-play guys
I-
get kicked off.
Support that idea.
I hate it.
You just don't want to put up
Right.
with Julianne more than
Yeah.
you have to.
That's why you like me in the dugout. It's like my little I have the same chair every time. Oh my gosh. Monte Vista High School, thank you for that cushion chair that I sit on every single inning.
What did you do at Monte Vista that kind of got you to this point? Did you do any social media stuff, or was it just...
Oh my, no, actually, which is crazy. I never did social media in high school. I wanted to be a teacher for so many years. I wanted to work in special education, and then I got to, college, and I was like, gosh, I can't not stay in sports. I love it too much. I love playing water polo. I love just being around athletics in general, and so I switched. I know. I wish I did social media in high school, but honestly, I'm running my team's social media at college. I'm running a few other accounts as well, but
Can we
I would
get
say-
a, go follow Sandy? What is this? What's the...
SDSU water polo. Yeah, Aztecs water polo. Go follow us. I don't post everything, but I post all the funny stuff. Duh.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course.
Duh.
I didn't know
Plus,
you wanted...
Doing stuff in high school, in terms
Yeah,
of professional, is overrated anyway.
exactly.
Says the guy who broadcast and got his start doing broadcasting in high school. It's
And
overrated. Don't worry about it.
I did teaching classes in high school, and I wanted to do it for so long, but you have to have so much patience as a special ed teacher, and I
You are not paying
do not got that. Yeah. Yeah, I do not have that, and learned that once I got to college. So
Did you, do a major switch, or was it just...
major switch and everything,
know
and
that.
then I added a double minor because unfortunately SDSU doesn't have sports programs in general. So I'm doing advertising and journalism as my minors, which is it's a lot of work.
I didn't know that about you. Special ed is an incredible...
Oh, if I could do it, I would, but you know, it literally takes a superhero to have that job. I have
3-1
so
to
much
Perez.
respect.
He swings and misses. Throw back to first. Back in is Carlisle. Yeah, my mom has worked in special ed for 30-something years.
Wow.
Never a bad opportunity to shout out Shelly Oda. That's my goat. Oh, forever and always. Is your mom also named Shelly? Because Charlie and my moms are both named Shelly.
No, my mom's name is Deanne. I actually wonder if she's listening. She watches the broadcast a lot of the times.
Shout out.
I
Full
know.
count pitch, runners go. Perez golfs it right in the middle of the infield. The second baseman, Fendel, has the play. That ends the inning. A long fifth inning, but nothing comes across. He gave us a chance to talk to the one and only Julianne Stark. Thanks for everything you've done for us
Oh,
this year.
thanks, guys. Thanks for
Julianne.
giving me the opportunity.
Very welcome.
Bottom of the fifth, Jay Stark, thanks for being on. We love you. And go have fun in the dugout.
Thanks.
Wait.
Bottom of the fifth inning, it's 8-2 Crawdads. No more Julianne Stark.
Boo.
I feel so much happier now. Harry Setrakian is back on. I love Julianne Stark. I'm just kidding. Ryder Kelly, Ryan Duran, Carlos Cruzmar will hit here in the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch from Noah Zirkle is hit high in the air to left field, but in the park for Danny Palasic. The left fielder makes the catch. And one pitch, one out. Noah Zirkle. Always awesome to see him on the ball.
Very much so. Zirkle, one of the most fun guys to talk to in the Crawdad pitching staff. I mean, he's just a veteran guy who's been around the block, knows what he's doing. He loves this franchise.
It's always cool to hear him talk about the way he interacts with other people on the team, just in his leadership and the way he carries himself, the way he talks about Coach Brant Cummings and the other coaches. Here's Ryan Duran, power hitter, swings through a fastball, 89 miles an hour from Noah Zirkle.
Okay. How about some cheddar?
I was going to say, totally the clubhouse leader. I mean, leader amongst the team, leader amongst the interns, too. Very supportive of all we do.
Yeah, loves the content we're able to produce, which we appreciate him so much for.
A fastball, also 89. Up and away, ball one. There's a new catcher in the game, and I only know that because Drew Longacre has a camera, and he's to our left. They can't exactly, it looks like Clisby back there, maybe?
Yes, I think that's correct.
No, it's one knee down.
Oh,
It's Winchell.
1-1. Fastball at 90 from Noah Zirkle. Fouled back.
They're yelling it out, letting him know.
That's respect, Zirkle.
He's letting it rip.
There we go. How about some
That's
fun?
awesome.
This is a guy who sits about 87.
So Zirkle, maybe with a little mojo right now.
Love that.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is from the big right-hander. Fastball misses high. Back-to-back 90s from Noah Zirkle. Look, velo isn't everything, but when you're a guy like Zirkle who's just kind of naturally a little more intimidating on the mound, you change 85 to 87 to 89 to 90. That feels a lot better. On a 2-2 to Duran. Oh, he hits him. Breaking ball kind of just backed up on him.
Thankfully for Duran, that one only 80. Yeah, he was pumping in the heat.
That's just a knuckleball there, I think, from Zirkle that really left the hand early. Couldn't quite release it where he wanted to.
Knuckleball with
looks good right
2,300 RPM.
That'll bring up Carlos Cruz-Mar. But you're right. Zirkle looks a little more confident than he has the last couple outings.
And that's the key for him, man. When he's feeling confident, he's throwing strikes, and he's going to get whiffs.
Carlos Cruz-Mar 0 for 2, lined into a double play back in the third inning. 8-2 Walnut Creek leads. First pitch to Carlos Cruz-Mar. Other Monterey Peninsula guy. Duran runs off first. Winchell throw to second, a little far off the bag, but Ramos sticks the tag. And the second out here in the fifth inning.
It's exactly what you want if you're Noah Zirkle. How about that? Clear the bases, get an assist from your battery mate Winchell. And that's why Riley Winchell is so valuable behind the dishes. He's got a cannon on that right arm.
Way to make a first impression, too, coming into this game. Wow. Several steps to Yanamai.
Zirkle will now work from the windup. The pitch. A half swing on a ball up high. He did go around. That fastball, a lot of carry on it up. The board says 1 and 2. I believe it's ones right now.
Correct, 1-1.
Zirkle peers in over the glove. He's made that change, and he's brought back the glove hold straight in front of his face. 1-1. Breaking ball, just a little tight. 2-1. That was something he did. He worked from the stretch, and he would kind of face forward with the glove close to his face, but he would look in over it. Not hand to the glove, just eyes peering in over. And he let it go, and now he's back to it. On a 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball right on the outside. That's a good one from Zirk, and it's 2-2.
And that's the pitch that he hasn't been able to get going this summer so far, is the breaker. Two really nice ones right there. One lands for a strike, one was just a bit high. Now that he's got the fastball touch in 90, a breaker that's working, he looks really good.
2-2, fastball swung on and missed. 90-mile-an-hour cheddar from Noah Zirkle, top shelf. And what an inning that was from Big 3-5. Picks up a strikeout in a 1-2-3 inning. We go now to the top of the sixth. Before the top of the sixth inning, it looks like we're going to be sent into a little bit of a delay. The original home plate umpire in this ball game, well, we were told he was going to go in and get changed and go to the dressing room and take the rest of the game off. He was hit by a ball early in the game, and I believe I heard he's not feeling great about it right now. But it's interesting that they're still warming up at this point. You would think they would not warm these guys up with that knowledge. So we will see. They're going to do the throwdown, but there's no Crawdad batter. And I believe we are gonna. I believe we are gonna take a break. Let's see what happens. There's no Crawdad there, as now the home plate umpire will go talk to Nick Sanziri, the head coach for the Menlo Park Legends. And you know what? It looks like it's go time. Maybe the question was. So we will keep it here. Maybe the idea is, instead of taking a break, it's one of the umpires just goes to get dressed between innings?
Perhaps so. I think, yeah, they're only going to operate with 2 umpires right now. I think while the other one gets set to take over.
I mean, that's wild. We were told between innings, we're going to switch, we're going to take a break, but looks like only one team was notified of it. So the Crawdads will hit, leading 8-2.
All right.
Harry doesn't even have time to really rip into that hot lane.
Peculiar. Yeah, I know. The Julianne Stark hopping on the mic. I hit the concession stand.
When you talked about you know, adding a little mustard to your hot dog. The other guy that added a little mustard was Noah Zirkle.
Oh, man.
90-mile-an-hour Ched.
Zerk looked
And
fantastic out there.
he took it all, too. The mustard box over there was empty.
That is sad. Here's Kevin Parker Jr. leading off the top of the 6th inning. Dads lead it 8-2, and KP takes a changeup and misses down and in for ball 1.
Still delicious. They do a great job here, the grill team. Baylands Park.
It's still the righty Colby Bonin in. He's been fantastic. This one grounded foul.
Done a nice job to just preserve the rest of the staff a bit, too. Eating some innings up after the first 2 guys gave up 8 total runs, only 5 of those going earned.
Over in San Luis Obispo, it's 5-4 Santa Barbara. That game in the top of the 7th inning between maybe the 2 most talented teams in the CCL. 1-1, Parker Jr. swings and misses at a pitch down around the ankles.
Crawdad fans are going to want to keep their tab on that game between the Blues and the Foresters. But like you were saying, Austin, Bonin has been fantastic. Hasn't allowed a hit yet through 2 1/3.
Ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Buries Parker Jr. with a pitch down around the knees on the outside. And that is his 2nd strikeout.
Yeah, beautiful breaking ball from the right-hander there. Gets the job done.
That'll bring up Bam Bam Taylor. Having another nice game. He's 1 for 2 officially. Drove in 2 runs with a double in the 3rd. He also took a walk back in the 4th. Cam Taylor is establishing himself as another big popper in this Crawdad lineup. First pitch from Bonin. He is down and away with the fastball, ball 1. You look at the addition of Cam Taylor, a guy like Joe Coupland, who had 2 home runs in a game last season against these Menlo Park legends, though it was at the College of San Mateo, and you're feeling like this lineup could add a little more thunder in it. 1-0. Taylor takes just tight. 2-0.
It's also a lineup that's already been one of the best bopper teams in the CCL. 2nd in home runs with 21 on the season. Led the league in slugging percentage for a while. Now they're at 4th right now. Almost 400 slugging as a team. This team just hits.
2-0. This is up high. 3-0. And I think right now the question is, how will the Crawdads fare against a team that has a little bit better pitching, maybe like a slow, like, you know, a team like Sonoma, who traditionally has pitched it a little bit better than they have this year. See if Taylor gets a green light on 3-0. Bonin still hasn't let up a hit. He does get the green light and slaps it to Levitt McGee at first, over to his right. Then he trots to the bag and makes the play for the 2nd out.
Haven't been bringing much to him all day, so why not? You get a strike and a fastball count where you usually wouldn't swing, but you're bound to get a pretty good pitch to hit.
Looks like there's some new defenders into the ball game right now. It's number 21 at 3rd.
Aikawa, that's Michael Aikawa at 3rd. Ethan Mooser, I think, took over in right. And Casey Levitt McGee, I believe, still at 1st. No. Yes, that is him over there, yes. But there's one more change due that was on the original lineup, was going to be the catcher Jackson going to 1st. Levitt McGee coming out for Nate Bateman. That one has not happened yet, I don't believe.
1-0 to Elijah Ramos. Swing and a miss. Change up down low. You're right, it is Michael Aikawa at 3rd from Lewis and Clark. Not Lewis Clark State.
No. Big difference.
Very different. They will tell you as much if you ever call one of their games. 1-1 to Ramos. Swing and a miss. Went back to the well on the changeup, and he gets a whiff. 1-2. So Ethan Mooser in right. Aikawa at 3rd, and you're right. The other change hasn't been made yet.
Right, that was next inning.
Ball and 2 strikes to Ramos. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice inning from Colby Bonin. He picks up a pair of strikeouts and a grounder, and well, he gives the Crawdads the claw. I don't know if we can say that, but it's a 1-2-3 inning either way. No Zirkle back out for more in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Casey Levitt McGee will lead off against his former Crawdad teammate Noah Zirkle. And for his 2nd inning of work, it'll be Levitt McGee. No, Ethan Mooser will hit for for Joey D'Amelio, excuse me. I'm all over the place, but the Crawdads make a couple changes defensively. Brendan Clisby in the game in left, Shane Aldridge in the game in right. Ethan Mooser will hit for Joey D'Amelio. Mooser, big left-handed hitter from the University of Northern Colorado. Righty Zirkle, first pitch. The fastball popped over our heads, 0-1.
Another school like UNC could call himself Unk.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. That's Austin U.
All right, dude. That is ridiculous. Mooser came into the game defensively in the top half of the inning. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 2. Good one. Unk.
Yeah, my RA's girlfriend last year played soccer there.
Shout out.
He had an Unk soccer shirt. We called him Unk because he was a senior.
Speaking of Unk, Zirkle.
0-2. Nearly wins the Unk off with a changeup off the outside, 1-2. Who would win, North Carolina or Northern Colorado? Depends on the sport.
Well,
Does
it?
No, not really.
Like skiing.
Sure.
1-2. Fastball. That one misses just above the zone. 2-2.
Austin, that'd be a win by default. I don't think UNC has
I don't-
skiing.
Maybe
We
you could get like a midweek baseball win.
Get our water polo expert in here. Julianne Stark, let us know.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. On a changeup down and away. Gross. His 2nd strikeout.
I mean,
Zirkle right now. He looks so good.
everything he's throwing at him is unhittable. It's awesome stuff from Zirk. Zirk will change.
Ooh, love that.
Zirk change?
Zirkle change leads to a Zirkle K.
Ooh.
Now we'll see if he brings the gas to Casey Levitt McGee. Yeah, he does. Fastball a little bit high at 89, ball 1.
Former teammates in 2025 squaring off Zirkle and Levitt McGee. Got to call them all year long.
Zirkle looking in, ready for the sign from Winchell. Here it comes on a 1-0. Backdoor bender. Called strike 1. This is easily the best Noah Zirkle's look this summer.
Yeah. Looks phenomenal right now. Perhaps that was that pre-game game of Mafia on the bus ride that got him amped.
1-1, fastball. Clips the outside corner. And it's 1-2. 8-2 Crawdads lead, bottom of the 6th inning. What has been a really solid all-around game for Walnut Creek. Zirkle looking for strikeout number 3 from the windup. The big right-hander. Deals the 1-2. And it misses up and away. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zirkle had a strong season this spring at Cal State East Bay. He's yet to really find that rhythm this summer.
He kind of found himself after some injury-marred seasons playing his college ball, but summer ball figured it out a little bit. Really figuring it out right now.
2-2. Fastball up and away. Count goes full. Another 90 from Zirkle.
Between him and Thornbury, we've seen a lot of them today.
Now trying to avoid the first walk he's allowed today. Did hit a batter back in the 5th. He's got the count full to the left-handed hitting McGee. The 3-2. That one down and away, ball 4. Good idea. It's a changeup, and it's a ball for sure, but it's one that definitely could get a chase, and maybe even would get a chase if someone weren't as selective as Casey Levitt McGee.
Exactly. You got arguably the worst guy you want to face in a 3-2 count. Levitt McGee holds the bat really well, walks a ton, and he's a left-hander against a right-handed pitcher, so just not one that you're super likely to win on that exact pitch.
It looked like there were some words between the two, friendly words between the two of them. I think there was a smile on each of their faces. Here's Paul Wagner. And he pops the first pitch up. Could be playable. Third base side. Brandon Clisby sprinting over from left field. And it'll go out of play. I mean, Clisby was wheels up out and left.
He will make the most of every rep he gets out there and left. He loves it, being out there, the range, and just allows him to unhook the trailer.
It's probably not, you're not going to think of him as an outfielder long term, but he's such a good athlete that You know, he'll make the plays out there. He'll make them look easy, but he's just so good behind the plate. A 1 breaking ball clips the outside corner at the knees, and that big curveball has done him wonders today.
Wow, yeah, that might be the best looking one we've seen today. Just completely drops top of the zone to the bottom.
No balls, 2 strikes. Zirkle at the letters with a runner on first and 1 out. Fastball up and away. 1-2. 8-2 Crawdads lead, but they haven't scored since I took over on play-by-play. I get what you feel like, Charlie.
Yeah, you got the curse.
They're waiting for it.
Well, and of course, Harry's going to take over in the 7th. 1-2. Lunging at it is Wagner. He fouls it off over into the sunset.
That's filth. Love that pitch from Zirkle down there. Just get him to bite. Almost had the wave and miss. Might as well go right back to the well.
Yeah, we'll see what he goes to. Ball 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 strikeouts and a walk through an inning and a third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, a breaking ball off the outside corner. His 3rd strikeout of the day through just an inning and 2/3, and Noah Zirkle looks exceptional right now.
Yep, right back to the well, exactly what I said. The curveball works really well right now. Hitters haven't been able to get on it too all much, and when they do, it's been weak contact. That pitch works perfectly for Zirkle.
I'll bring up Isaac Fendel, the former high school teammate of Noah Zirkle at St. Mary's. Big lead off first from Levitt McGee as Zirkle delivers a breaking ball that misses wide, ball 1. Fendel and Zirkle overlapped for a couple years. Fendel was a sophomore when Zirkle and that St. Mary's team had that incredible year. Another former Crawdad on that team, E.J. McGrew. 1-0 pitch from Zirkle. High with the fastball. 2-0. He'll get a little reset. St. Mary's high out in Oakland. No Zirkle. Good Crawdad. Good Crawdad.
Very.
Hang 3-5 in the rafters.
Yep, with it. 3-5 and 2-5.
The 2-0. Blows it by him. Up and in with the fastball and just nasty.
More cheddar. Love it. Zirkle is just completely dialed in right now.
Levitt McGee, short lead off first. 2-1, breaking ball. Delivered off the right side. That'll go out of play, and it's 2-2. And now Zirkle's got a chance for his 4th strikeout.
Yep. Great breaker there. You don't even need to get a whiff. Get the soft contact, pop back. Batter is out ahead. Sets up an easy high fastball top of the zone for a swing and miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Noah Zirkle's 2-2. Fouled back. And off the hands on a breaking ball. Count stays even.
Feels like he is kind of teasing the fastball here, Charlie, like you said last pitch. Something up with the heat, maybe up and in, too. Going to be tough to catch up to for Fendel.
Challenge fastball against your former high school teammate.
From the letter, Zirkle's 2-2. Did go to the fastball. That one missed way outside, and the count fills up. Looks like there's a little bit of stirring in the Crawdad bullpen, but really no one throwing.
You got to give Zirkle this in. Even if you get another base runner on, this is all him.
Casey Levitt McGee will be off from first on the 3-2. 8-2 Walnut Creek leads. You're in the bottom of the 6th inning from Baylands Park. Noah Zirkle, the 3-2. Misses down low on a breaking ball. Second walk in the inning will bring up the catcher, Ethan Jackson.
Love the idea. Try to drop the breaking ball in there again. Get a wave and a miss this time. That's why you kind of let it leave the hand even later. Almost had it.
Ethan Jackson walking up to some Green Day.
Brain Stew, one of the 21-plus songs we referenced on that call at one time. Oregon versus Columbia. We've talked about it a couple times already, but it was fun.
Jackson 0 for 1, a strikeout, and he was hit by a pitch today. Zirkle, first offering, fastball knee high. 0-1.
I remember that one, too. You asked, how's your scorebook looking? I said, it's Brain Stew.
It was a good one.
Thank you.
Lobbed it up, you hit it out. Runners on first and second, 2 down, just 4 hits today for Menlo Park. On an 0-1 pitch to Jackson, he takes a called strike on a slider down low, and the count goes to 0-2. So now Zirkle in the driver's seat with 3 strikeouts today, 1 away from tying his career high.
punch him with a fastball right here, top of the zone. Getting the challenge pitch. He's feeling it.
He peers in, now sets. The 0-2 home. He goes to the slider and misses off the outside, 1-2. The fastball we saw up to easily its high of the season today. We saw him hit at 90-mile-an-hour mark 4 times on the heater. But he's also shown some really good feel of a good slider, and he's mixed in a changeup as well. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. Here it is from Noah Zirkle.
Just in. Wow. I mean, placing the fastball almost on the edge of the zone every single time. That one arguably could have been there, but
Yeah, just
in.
an inch inside, basically.
So now Deuce is wild. Levitt McGee, the runner on second. Fendell, the runner on first. And a 2-2 count to the catcher, Ethan Jackson. Here it is. Runner goes from second. Pitch is called, strike 3. Noah Zirkle ties his career high with 4 strikeouts. He freezes Ethan Jackson, and he's got 4 punch-outs through 2 scoreless innings of work. We go to the 7th. Harry Setrakian will take you the rest of the way, and the Crawdads lead it 8-2.
In between Austin Oda and Charlie Limoncelli, I'm Harry Setrakian, and our producer is Jack Brooks. Same pitcher out there for the Legends. Colby Bonen's been doing the work. He is just a workhorse out there today. Yet to allow a run after coming in.
Or a hit.
Yeah, after coming in. After 8 runs were scored in the first 2 2/3, he faces Sutter Moss to lead the inning. First pitch taken for a strike. New home plate umpire back there. And not the only one new back there. Nate Bateman now into the game at catcher with Ethan Jackson, the starting catcher, moving over to first base. Casey Levitt McGee is now out of the game. The 0-1 to the lefty Moss. Take in off the outside breaking ball for a ball. A lot of changes, as the Legends often do. But chasing 6 runs, going to need these new changes to really make an impact. 1-1 pitch to Moss is taken again down low, fastball missing.
Well, this is a Legends team that kind of all of a sudden is in a playoff race.
Yeah.
Just a handful of games back from Sonoma in 3rd place. You know, you played 3 games against San Francisco and the PPG, and that'll help a little bit.
2-1 pitch. Moss takes again up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's 4 pitches seen by Sutter Moss. Not a single thought of a swing.
It's also part of the substitution game. It's a strategy for manager Nick Sanzeri. They've got a very deep roster, Menlo Park does, so you got to give guys playing time every day.
Moss the lefty against the righty Bonin. 3-1, take in for a strike right there with the fastball. Goes to 3-2. Barrett Ronson's on deck. Riley Winchell awaiting his first plate appearance in the hole. Step outside the dugout awaiting, and Ronson about right in front of us here at Baylands Park. 3-2 pitch from Bonin. Moss swings and fouls it back. Over the backstop towards the bus of the Crawdads. Eight runs on 8 hits for the Crawdads. They've not made an error. 2 runs, 4 hits for Menlo Park. They've made 3 errors. Helping out the Crawdads. 3 earned runs of those 8. More unearned runs for the Legends than they do have runs on their side. 3-2 pitch fouled back. Back to the screen. Stays at 3-2. Moss now battling after taking the first 4 pitches in this at-bat.
It just stayed alive. Foul tipped that into Bateman's glove, but it popped out and, well, just clipped the glove, I should say, before hitting the screen.
So still a 3-2 count. Bonin trying to win the battle. Here's the pitch to Moss, and it's tapped foul again off to the right side, this time behind him.
Good at bat, whatever happens here.
Yeah, absolutely. Make Bonin work, get him closer and closer to coming out of this game for Menlo Park. It's the job.
No hits for either side since just about the third inning for the Crawdads and the 4th inning for Menlo Park. It's been all pitching and defense since. Here's another 3-2 to Moss. He pulls it hard down the line. Hooking it will go foul towards the 326 marker over there. Right fielder Ethan Mooser giving chase. But well foul in the end. Good swing.
Yeah, really good at bat. Love it. Talked about how he's best when he battles, and that's exactly what he's doing today.
Continues the battle. 3-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield over towards the left side. Third baseman Aikawa coming in. It's now the shortstop Kelly to call him off, and he'll take it for the first out. He squeezes it securely, and Moss goes to 1 for 4.
Still a productive out. Really work well against the pitcher Bonin. You force him to throw a whole lot of pitches, and you get him ever so closer to being pulled from this game because of the pitch count.
So now Barrett Ronson in, been swinging it well today, does have a base hit and has been on twice. First pitch to him is popped up back towards the screen on the right side, in play perhaps for Bateman, the new catcher. Tosses the mask, pops up out of the glove, and he can't get it before it hits the ground.
Almost had it on a bounce out of his glove.
Yeah.
Really got it back on the low scoop, but just missed on the second time as well.
Almost had the bare hand recovery on that before it hit the ground.
And it's really not an easy play to make, obviously, but it's been a tough day for Menlo Park catching today.
Yeah, very much so.
So it still goes down as a strike for Bonin. He gets ahead of Ronson. He's an 0-1 that he shoots foul the other way late on that one. So swinging and fouling the first 2 pitches away. Ronson down 0-2.
Just for a little update, Santa Barbara on top of San Luis Obispo, 5-4 that game in the bottom of the 7th, but Blues threatening, runners on first and second just went out.
Never a team you can count out late in games. Crawdads kind of witnessed at home a couple of times against them. 0-2 count. Here comes the delivery from Bonin. It's a swing and a miss for Ronson. He goes down late on that one, and his first strikeout of the day is the 4th of the day for Colby Bonin.
Colin Cheater.
Too.
Just
Ronson had almost drove one up and out last time, just a bit behind that at bat. Now Riley Winchell in with Shane Aldridge. Man taking over in right field, though, is in Polasic's spot in the lineup on deck. First pitch of the day to Riley Winchell. He swings hard, pulls it through the left side for a base hit. Hard line drive has Winchell on first with a big turn. He'll hold up there as Wagner gets it in from left.
I think with Winchell, it's one of those things where it's easy to kind of look at his swing, look at his build, and look at the average and think he's striking out a bunch. But he really has not at all. He's only got 6 strikeouts on the summer. And so the ball and play luck starts to turn a little bit. You might be seeing that 240 average that he had coming into the day jump even higher.
So now Shane Aldridge, another guy getting his first plate appearance on the day with Riley Winchell, seeing his first pitch go through the left side. He's feeling good at first. Now Bonin into the stretch. The first pitch is fouled back by Aldridge. We top of the 7th inning, 8-2. Walnut Creek leads over Menlo Park. 2 runs in the first for Walnut Creek, 2 in the second for Menlo Park, then 6 in the third for the Crawdads. Since then, it's zeros.
Another guy whose at-bats have started to look a little bit better, Aldridge, had that home run at Chabot and really just has been hitting the ball a little harder recently.
He sure has. It's been thanks to an adjustment kind of early, or mid-June rather. 0-1 pitch to him, take in for a strike just under the letters. Kind of like a cutter or a slider coming in from Bonin, who's commanding his outing very, very well. 4 strikeouts, just gave up his first hit since coming in with 2 outs in the third. So, I mean, that's outstanding work so far. Now he's ahead 0-2. The pitch hit hard up the middle. Line drive base hit. Winchell rounding second. He's going to head for third as Griffin, the center fielder, comes in on it. Now we'll gather and throw in, but Winchell, good read with 2 outs, gets up to third. I mean, the ball just kind of dies in the outfield here, really. The tall grass, it was hit pretty good, and then it just sort of like Velcro on a carpet just slowed up in front of Griffin.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think as an outfielder, I would hate playing here just because you have to play back to respect the power hitters in either of these lineups, but at the same time, you know that if a ball gets down in front of you, it could turn into extra bases just by virtue of how bad the grass plays here.
Run scoring spot for Lucas Carlisle, rather, who takes ball 1 just outside. He has 1 RBI in this game, though in the third. He reached on an error on the second baseman that brought home 2 runs, so 2 of his balls in play have resulted in 3 runs. They're just on the books for 1 RBI. He's ahead 1-0 as Bone from the windup. Here's the delivery, and he takes strike 1. The outside corner, slider, landing in there.
Scoreboard here started showing all kinds of numbers.
At 4 strikes before that pitch came in. So now it is even at 1-1. Bonin from the belt, he'll come home. Pitch down low, just squirts out of the glove of the catcher, but keeps that out in front of him, goes to 2-1.
Yeah, it had an E4 in the Crawdads scoring line. I didn't think that was possible. There have been a good amount of errors against the Legends today, but not that much. That'd be real insult to injury. Start throwing it in the scoring, like, too bad.
2-1 pitch. Carlisle turns on it, hits it well to left field, ranging back Wagner. He's at the wall and pulling up right in front of the wall. He will reach down and make the catch. So Carlisle gives it a good ride, but will strand 2 runners on base, including 1 runner in scoring position. It's another 0 for Colby Bonin. New arm, it's Carlos Hernandez into the game. He has a save on this field earlier this season, but for now he relieves Noah Zirkle, who went 2 innings of beautiful baseball. No hits, no runs, 2 walks to 4 strikeouts. And Hernandez and Weston Thornberry both pitched in this game. If you want to see how they spend their off day, you can check out the Crawdads YouTube channel.
Wow, Great shout,
Really
Hayes.
good.
Nice day in the life video recently posted by our own Bree Marbella. Doing the job. Just a little sneak peek. Hernandez and Thornbury, they love to fish. Have a little Chipotle run. You'll have to see the rest again on our Walnut Creek Crawdads YouTube channel.
Which, while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. We're
Please.
just like 20, 30, 40-ish shy of 1,000.
That's pretty awesome. Hernandez will face the top of the order. Mason Griffin to lead off with Ryder Kelly on deck. Ryan Duran's in the hole. First pitch of Hernandez's day, taken for a strike. Starts the 7th inning off strong. Griffin's 0 for 3 today. Lifted the ball all 3 times, 2 times to left, 1 time to center. The tall lefty had some nice swings today, just getting under it a bit. 0-1 from Hernandez. He lifts the leg and fires. Take it again outside.
He's another Onk. Mason Griffin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What is that, Greeley?
Something like
I
that.
think it's Greeley. Beautiful part in the, I don't know, northern part of Colorado.
1-1 pitch is hit high and deep to right field. This ball is sailing a mile way up and out of here down the line. It's a solo shot to start the inning. My goodness, that one cleared the right field fence by quite a bit. Menlo scores for the first time since the 2nd inning and cuts into the lead just a little bit here in the 7th. 8-3 it goes.
365 feet off the bat of Mason Griffin. What a tank that was. 98-mile-an-hour exit velo. Whew, that was brutal.
So what, 5-run game.
Yeah.
True.
If you're going to give him up with no one on base. But that ball was yanked. Well, and Griffin had been lifting the ball all day. You know what he was looking for.
Sort of just, alluded to. He's hitting it well, but just missing underneath. Now Ryder Kelly stands in, squares to bunt, and fouls the first one away. So if you're Carlos Hernandez, you can pretty easily flush that. Kind of like you said, Austin. You know, the solo shot's never really going to kill you, especially when you're up by 6 runs. Now still up by 5, and you just get a clean slate to start an inning. So leadoff guy, that's why they got him there. He's one of their best. He's a Crawdad killer this year. Ryder Kelly down 0-1. The next pitch in and taken upstairs for a ball. 1-1. Now, Griffin, 8 for 16 against Walnut Creek this year.
Not bad.
That'll play.
Quite good. 1-1 from Hernandez. Kelly out in front. Half swing. Did he go? Check down to first. He did not. I think he held up at the last inch.
Yeah, just barely held up.
Good pitch, though.
Very.
And this is a big get-right outing for Hernandez, who really struggled in his one outing in the SoCal trip. You're just hoping for strikes, and, if they hit it, they hit it. That's why you've got a 6-run cushion.
2-1 pitch to Kelly, waving the all-white bat. He taps it right out in front of home plate, out from the squat Winchell. It's fair. He picks it up, throw to first in time for the 2-3 put out. Nicely done by Riley back there for the first out.
Earlier this year, and I hate to bring this back to a West Valley thing, but I saw Riley play against West Valley, and one of the grossest games of the year. It was pouring rain. It ended up getting canceled, and it was right after that game, and I texted Skip, and I said, hey, look, we should get this Winchell kid. We saw him play last summer. You see what he does behind the plate. The bat does enough, and the bat has shocked us, I think, all a little bit this year with how good it's been, and the defense has just been exceptional. That is not an easy play to make.
Ryan Duran DH in for the 4th time. First pitch is taken down below, but swept up by Riley Winchell for a strike. Nicely done on the frame job, as you were just talking about, right there. You say it there, comes out here. Or say it here, comes out there, I should say.
And how about framing all day from both Longacre and Winchell?
A 1 pitch way outside.
And I should say, Winchell had such a strong spring this year at Chabot offensively. I'm
He was
saying
a monster.
it was kind of a step up from what he did last summer in the CCL when he didn't have a great summer with Alameda. So I was wondering how it would transfer over, and he's done great.
1-1 pitch to Duran. Fastball pulled foul. Bounced very softly, just kind of through his own legs almost. He's 0 for 1 today, has walked and been hit by a pitch. So he's got on twice, but grounded out to Ramos at second in the first inning. That was the second out in the first. Carlos Hernandez giving up the solo shot. Got the out. before this at bat. Now up 1-2. The pitch, a slider taken outside. 2-2.
Big news out of Sinsheimer Park. Slow just had bases loaded, 2 outs, and Santa Barbara got out of it. Made a pitching change with the bases loaded, got a strikeout, and so the Foresters up 1 heading to the 8th.
Just for them to tack on some more, too.
Please.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He went around for sure. Goes in the dirt. Winchell supplies the tag, and that's the first strikeout for Carlos Hernandez in the 8th all day for Crawdad pitching. Half of those thanks to Noah Zirkle. So 2 down now. Michael Aikawa going to get his first plate appearance, who took over for Carlos Cruzmar. Took over defensively in the 6th inning. Now getting his first at bat in the 7th. Holding the bat far behind the right shoulder, takes ball 1.
8 strikeouts, you're almost definitely not going to get to 17 again, but it's been a nice day for the Crawdads pitching staff.
I mean, you can get as many strikeouts as you like in an inning, as long as the catcher drops every one of them and the runner goes up to first.
I will say it right now. I hope that this Crawdads pitching staff does not get 7
Exactly.
strikeouts in this game.
A lot of different ways that could happen. None of them great. 1-0 pitch. Fastball up and in. Look out.
It'd be cool maybe if they ended with, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
That would be cool.
That'd be
They'd have
quite
to
the
strike
finish.
out. Remaining 7 outs.
And I'd take it. I'd be happy about
Oh,
it.
that'd be
Hernandez got some work to do in this at-bat, though. Down 2-0. Here's the delivery. Fastball taken for strike 1.
big plume of dust out of Winchell's glove there, too.
He was showing me in the bullpen the other day at Slow. That thing is really broken in. He said almost too broken in. So he's hoping it lasts him the next couple months. And I mean that glove has seen a lot of dust.
2-1 from Carlos. Fastball taken outside part of the plate for strike 2. So again, working back in this one. Nice receiving from Winchell. Now is starting up 2-0. Aikawa has to protect in a 2-2 count. Now waving that bat around a bit more, far off the back shoulder. 2-2 pitch, slider taken outside. 3-2.
Looked like Aikawa wanted to. He was thinking about it for a second on that big breaking ball. So much movement from Hernandez.
I think if it started in a little bit closer to the right-hander, had a chance at a wave.
8:38 p.m. here on the West Coast. Started this one at 6:02. About 2 full innings away from the finish. 3-2 pitch from Hernandez. And it's laid off in the dirt for ball 4. So Aikawa works the walk after getting ahead. And nice at bat from him to start his day. Plate appearance, I should say. As he extends the inning and gets a runner on for Ethan Musser.
I think that's the only thing that the Crawdad coaching staff isn't going to be happy about from today's game, assuming it ends in a victory, is the walks. That 6 walks through 6 2/3 innings, and the Crawdads who walked 8 in the finale against Alameda on Sunday after the road trip. That is not something they've really struggled with this summer, but over the last couple of games, maybe a little bit of a change.
You mentioned that was part of the struggles that Hernandez had against Arroyo Seco over the weekend. Gave out 2 walks, just recorded 1 out. The first pitch here to Musser is taken down and in for a ball. Was on the books for 4 runs, left the bases loaded. Miles Brand surrendered a bases clearing double. That kind of put the nail in the coffin for the Crawdads, but again, all runs on Hernandez. Trying to get back after that one. Here's the 1-0. Taken inside, ball 2. Their slider running in on Musser, the lefty. Struck out his first time against Noah Zirkle last inning. Took over in the 6th defensively for Joey D'Amelio. Now ahead 2-0. Musser, the lefty, takes just up, maybe a little away. 3-0 now. Hernandez in danger of another walk. For Menlo Park, who started this inning with a solo shot to cut it to 8-3. The 3-0. Fastball up and away, ball 4. Runners on first and second now with 2 down, just having trouble getting out. Number 3 is Hernandez.
Really like this mound visit from Riley Winchell behind the plate. Such an underrated part of catching is not just the receiving, the framing, the throwing, the game calling. It's the being the pitcher's babysitter to some extent. And Winchell was familiar with Hernandez from their time together at Chabot. Maybe knows when he just needs a minute. And actually, this might be the day.
So, out from the dugout. It's going to be a bit more of a formal meeting, as there is action in the bullpen down the left field line for Walnut Creek. Miles Tencher getting hot.
This is Jeff Rodshaw, the Crawdad assistant coach, out.
Tencher didn't play at all in the road trip to Southern California, pitched the day before against these very legends actually last week on the 7th. So manager Brent Cummings told him, don't bother making the trip down. You probably won't, you're not going to pitch anyway, at least on the schedule he wasn't going to. So this will be his first action in almost a week.
One of their highest leverage guys. Maybe if they hadn't gone with a full-on lefty strategy against Slow, maybe could have seen Tencher
Agreed.
on the line there. As home plate ump, the new home plate ump took over top of this inning. Breaks things up.
The old home plate ump is walking around the
there he goes.
first base dugout side.
But not in action.
Or maybe he's doing like a.
Maybe he's ready and waiting.
Yeah, he's gonna spring into action. He's just gonna run up to a play like a catcher trailing the play. He does the exact opposite. Extra umpire.
So Aikman at second, Mooser at first. Now one swing can make this a very interesting ball game. With Nate Bateman, the new catcher, in his first plate appearance at the plate. First pitch to him. It's taken down low. Winchell bluffs the back pick to first, but holds on to it. Bateman, guy who has not left the yard this season, just had one at the University of Puget Sound this spring, the PNW. But he is ahead 1-0, and Carlos Hernandez is kind of trying to find his stuff. The 1-0 from the stretch. Taken way outside, ball 2.
I think UPS should change their name from the loggers to like the delivery men.
Oh, hey.
That might be a copyright infringement.
Just saying.
I don't dislike the idea. I'm just saying. Probably legally a little tough.
2-0 to Bateman. Slices it on the ground foul. Past first base. So it goes to 2-1. Was way late on a fastball there. That one kind of just split the middle. So if you're Hernandez, that gives you some confidence in that pitch to just try and ride it by him.
Yeah, just throw it in the zone. Let him hit it softly on the ground to your infield.
2-1 count. Another good count for Bateman to get one. Runners with pretty big leads off both second and first. The 2-1. That one a slider, half swing, called a strike on the pitch. So it goes to 2-2. Now Hernandez one pitch away from getting out of it with just the solo shot as the damage. Infield at the corners pretty deep. 2-2. Another slider, just a weak swing to foul it off. Total emergency hack. Get the bat out there. Hope it hits something.
It's quality at bat. Staying alive. This is one of the scenarios where you're just trying to put the ball in play.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez takes a deep breath. Holds, now he comes home. 2-2 is fouled away, and the bat goes flying. The ball went to the right, bat went to the left.
Which went further?
I think the ball there.
It was close.
Close, yeah. I always think about the scene in Happy Gilmore where Happy's getting heckled. He throws his club, and the club went further than the ball.
Never seen it. I know.
Highly recommend. It's hilarious. Great movie. I think I've referenced it 3 separate times on a Crawdad game.
I like Adam Sandler.
Hilarious. It's a funny guy.
Overrated, in my opinion.
That's fair. He has his fair.
I agree with that.
Has his fair critiques. When he hits though.
I'll give you that.
That one's a hit. Now a 2-2 again after the several foul balls in a row. The delivery to Bateman is just a half swing that he gets a piece of, and it was more of a quarter swing, a fastball that sort of rode up and in on him. So Los, the beneficiary of it a bit, instead of a 3-2 count, stays 2-2.
The one I get a lot of hate for is I'm not a big Will Ferrell guy.
Also fair.
Yeah, that's a fair take.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Also a funny guy, though.
He's got a couple of bangers, but
his
still 2-2. Here's Hernandez. Taken just outside. Breaking ball. Just barely off that outer corner, trying to bite it off. So now 3-2 count, in danger of loading the bases, but even more In danger of 2 runs coming in on a line drive base hit. Both runners will be on the move. Mooser from first, Aikawa rather from second. Here's the pitch. Taken down low, ball 4. They're loaded.
Well, we talked about the solo home run not doing anything. That's true with no one on base, but it obviously shifts a little bit with the bases loaded. Wagner's just 1 for 12 this season against the Crawdads. Is a chance to really cut in the deficit, but it'll be against a new pitcher.
Wagner, 1 for 12 against the Crawdads with 6 strikeouts this season. But it's not going to be Carlos Hernandez this time. Pitching change coming as Brent Cummings heads out to the mound with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Miles Tencher will be into the game, 8-3 Crawdad lead, but over in San Luis Obispo, a slim lead still held by Santa Barbara, 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody is out. There's an 0-2 pitch in that one. Comes outside, so slow working on a comeback, down 5-4. As well as that, the Legends right in front of us working on a bit of a comeback. They have a chance to cut it to 1 with 1 swing of the bat. As Paul Wagner is in, he's really struggled against the Crawdads this season, though he does have the bases loaded after 3 straight walks by Carlos Hernandez. Now Miles Tencher from Cal in a big, big spot. Just needs 1 out. His first pitch is taken on the outer part for a strike. That sweeper is going to be the pitch that he goes to very, very often, and it is one of the best pitches in the CCL. Oh, 1 from the Sidewinder is swung through. No balls, 2 strikes. Another one, that one at 75. First one at 73. That's where it'll live, mid-70s. Tencher way ahead, 0-2 on Paul Wagner. 0 for 2 today with a sac bunt. The pitch. Taken outside for ball 1. Such a tough pitch to watch coming. It's always going to explode out of that right hand and fall off the table.
It also kind of rises, so to speak.
Yeah.
Submarine almost delivery.
Really tough for righties to catch up with. Wagner, a righty in his own right. Here's the 1-2. Up and in, taking ball 2.
We've seen 4 straight sliders. We'll see if he goes to the fastball now. He can wrap it around the outside. He can also just kind of challenge him.
A lot of arm side action with the 2-seam fastball at Tencher. Asking Riley Winchell for a new sign. Now he'll agree with this. At the chest. 2-2 pitch to Wagner is taken for strike 3. Tencher throws 5 pitches and strikes out Paul Wagner, escaping the jam. Bases loaded and 2 outs through 7 full. 8-3 the Crawdads lead after 1 comes in. Colby Bonin continues to do work for Menlo Park, and well, he's just been excellent at stopping the Crawdads. 4 thirds so far, just 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 2 hits were last inning. He's thrown 72 pitches though, so he's getting up there, and the Crawdads did start to see him a bit better last inning with back-to-back knocks. As here is now the first pitch of this one to Dylan Perez, taken down low for a ball. Perez today hitless, but has gotten on twice. An error and a hit by pitch. Also drove in a run on a ground ball out in the first inning.
There are 2 pitchers warming up in the Menlo Park bullpen, a righty and a lefty.
But Bonin's kind of saving Menlo Park in this one.
Absolutely.
Bad Toribio and Morris were.
1-0 pulled on the ground to second. There's Fendel, who's been a busy man today, and he makes yet another play to first. As Perez goes down, he's targeted Fendel now 3 times in his 5 plate appearances. All 3 have been outs. As now KPJ stands in. 2 pitches, 1 out. And that's what you need when you're at 70-plus pitches already in a ball game.
Yeah, and we saw the other day in a Seco Joe Regan throw, what was it, 105, 107 pitches in that one?
Yeah.
72's chump change.
True.
8-3, Crawdads lead it in the top of the 8th. Here's KPJ, first pitch swinging, pops it up past or back behind the plate. Out from the squad is Bateman, but he loses it kind of behind his head, overran it. Coming in from the mound too hard was Bonin. It's a really tough play to read. Again, the one that's right over your head as a catcher, even as an infielder, kind of is like mentioned it earlier, a big long Hail Mary throw going directly over your head as a receiver. So KPJ, soft contact, but results in just strike 1 with the big tall righty, Brandon Clisby, on deck, who's been on fire.
Cool him down. Don't actually.
Nope,
Please
keep 'em
don't.
hot.
Please don't.
0-1 to Parker, taken outside. Pulled way outside by Bonin. The throw back from the catcher, or was that the umpire maybe chucking one back? One hopped him. Staying alive out there is Bonin.
Brandon Clisby, all-time awesome human being.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Can confirm.
1-1 pitch. Hit softly on the ground towards short. In is Kelly, and on a jump throw, he's got Parker out at first. That's 2 up, 2 down, back-to-back roundouts. It's now the aforementioned Brandon Clisby stands in, and just take a look at what he's done. He's been the Clizzard Wizard. Last 5 games, 6 for 17, and 6 runs driven in. He's done it a lot by just putting the ball in play consistently, and not a lot of extra base hits recently, but he's been getting the job done and just getting the ball through the gaps on the infield. And, well, now a chance to kind of set the table with 2 outs.
And I think for Clisby, who's often the Crawdads' 7th, 8th, 9th place hitter, really all you're looking for there is a guy that is getting on base. And if he's doing it with via the base hit, via the walk, it doesn't really matter. He's not a guy that's going to take a ton of walks, but he's so aggressive. He'll put the ball in place, really cut down the whiff rate and the K rate. And, yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for, especially with how good he is defensively.
So he came into this game in left field in the 6th inning. First pitch he sees is a swing and a miss.
Well, dude, as soon as I talk about is cutting down the whiff rate, he swings and misses the first pitch. Whatever, right out of bed, you give him a free pass.
Bonin creeping up towards 80 pitches, but is quick through 2 outs this inning. 0-1 to Clisby is swung on and hit towards short. Couple bounces. Sliding stop by Kelly. Long throw to first. Can't get the speedy Clisby in time. He beats out the infield single, but a heck of an effort over there at short.
Singles machine, Brandon Clisby. Lots of speed, able to leg out the infield single. And to be fair, I think Kelly helped him out, kind of double clutched it. Had a really nice move with the glove to get the ball on that short hop, but then didn't quite trust the set feet in the throwing angle.
So now Elijah Ramos, the supremely talented contact hitter, stands in 5th time today, has a base hit in 4 tries. Also grounded out twice, once into a double play and a strikeout as well. First pitch to him, fouled back. Really, not a lot of offense for the Crawdads since the 3rd, where they scored 6 runs. No runs since then, and just 3 hits. All coming in the last 2 innings. They hold an 8-3, 5-run lead. The 0-1 from Bonin to Ramos is fouled back yet again. Kind of late on that one. Goes down 0-2. A lot of power with Sutter Moss and Barrett Ronson on deck and in the hole.
Jeez, no feel from Menlo Park there.
From the dugout, they scurry out and get that foul ball that was just sitting there for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, only after Barrett Ronson and the home plate umpire went out to try to get it.
5-second rule.
Minus feel.
Ices the pitcher bone in a bit. Now 0-2 to Ramos. Taken right there. Called strike 3. 5 strikeouts on the day through 5 1/3 innings of work for Colby Bonin. Really well done from him today as he strands one on first. Menlo Park chasing 5 runs, 6 outs to go. Nine 1 due up. Menlo Park as they chase 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. The Submarini man, Miles Tencher, remains in the game after recording a high-pressure third out, stranding the bases loaded last inning, in which Menlo Park struck for 1 thanks to a leadoff homer by Mason Griffin. He's in the hole in this inning as Isaac Fendel and Ethan Jackson now at first, but still in the 9 spot, will lead things off. First delivery from Tencher in the inning falls below the zone, taken by Fendel, who is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a run batted in. Also was a stolen base. And 1-0 on the Submarini, going only from the stretch. Next one bounces 5 feet in front of home. 2-0. 5-4 lead still holds for the Foresters. They're up in the 9th, top 9. 1 out there, 2 outs to extend it. Crawdads trying to hold on to a 5-run lead that would give them first place as things stand. 2-0, taken at the knees for a strike. Nice pitch.
Winchell.
Yeah, incredible frame from Riley Winchell right there.
Bringing it up. All the way up.
2 balls and a strike. Tencher looks into Winchell. Now he'll come home. That one up above the zone, taken, and Fendel way ahead, 3-1. After working a walk his last time up in a 3-ball count. Well, that one went 3-2. This one here, 3-1. Looking for something good to hit. Tencher's delivery is down low for a ball. Takes the walk back-to-back times that Fendel's gotten on base. On-base percentage over 300 today, and he's gotten on 3 times.
Luckily for Tencher, he's a guy that's able to turn a lot of ground ball double plays or induce them with that slider. The sweeper, I should say. It's a sweeper. 21.5 inches of horizontal break on average.
The sweeper and the sinker, both really good candidates. The 2 pitches that Tencher throws to get a ground ball double play. Ethan Jackson in for the 4th time. He's struck out twice. His first pitch is swung and missed at. Down a strike. Also got on via a hit by pitch, but just a situation you're trying to kind of get that runner over here. We'll see if Fendel wants to try and test things with his speed. He did steal a bag all the way back in the 2nd. Ethan Jackson has to wait a bit longer for the next one. Tencher steps off and adjusts the belt. Stretches the right arm out a bit and fiddles with the ball in the right hand. He'll bring it to the glove now. His 0-1 delivery. Long hold, he'll go. Runner goes. Winchell. Pitch taken, throw down to seconds over into center field. Now Fendel racing towards third. Perez up with it, but he'll be in there. That's Bryden Bull now out there, by the way. In for Perez, so entirely new outfield from how we started the game. But unfortunately now, Fendel up to third. The error on the throw. In that pitch, I believe 2 was down, so 1-0, or 1-1 it goes.
Good chance now for Menlo Park to get back into this game a little bit. If they make this a 2 or 3 run game going into the 9th, it's definitely something.
Good chance to get this run in with nobody out and a man on third. Tencher stares at the man at third. Now comes home. 1-1. Taken at the knees for a strike.
I don't think Tencher's going to finish this game, but if he were to and the score were to stay, he's also in line for a save right now because he came in with the bases loaded in a 5-run game, and that's one of those weird baseball quirks.
1-2 to the righty, swing and a miss. Jackson down swinging. Second strikeout for Miles Tencher, gets his first out of the inning. A big out there to flip it over to the top of the order with at least one man out, as Mason Griffin hit a ball a very long way the last time he was up to Carlos Hernandez deep down the pole side. Only damage that inning was Tencher came in with the bases loaded and stranded the final out. First pitch now awaiting to Griffin. Here comes Tencher. Lefty swings and misses. Looking to duplicate what he did back last inning in the 7th. Lone run ever since the 4th for either side. Charlie brought the luck today.
Apparently so.
Yeah, and I had to give half an inning to Julianne Stark.
Not a super eventful inning anyway.
No balls and a strike. Down low in the dirt. Blocked by Winchell. Nicely done. Fendel has to retreat back to third. As Winchell will grab a new baseball for his buddy Miles Tencher out on the mound. 1-1 count. It was 1-1 to Griffin last at bat, in which he turned on a heater and corked it down the right field line for the solo shot. If you were to do that again and make it a 3-run ball game, Crawdads lead at 8-3. 1-1 from Tencher. Swing and a miss. Something up. Looked a little harder. He brought the sinker in and elevated well. As Charlie, you mentioned the slider kind of being or the sweeper rather, a pitch that can rise. The sinker too, when he throws it hard. So 1-2 count. Tencher in the driver's seat against the leadoff man Griffin. Fendel on third. Here's the pitch. Straight to the backstop, past Winchell. That's going to bring the run in standing up from third. Fendel comes in to score. Now a clean slate for Tencher. Not the end of the world there, I wouldn't say.
And not an earned run because of the E2.
Well, he walked him on.
Yeah, not an earned run yet, I believe. Could turn into an earned run, depending on what happens next.
Yeah, I forget the ruling there.
It's like you play catch up after.
2-2. Pitch taken inside for a ball. Goes to 3-2. So was ahead 1-2, now to 3-2.
So if Griffin were to say get a base hit here, the theory is the wild pitch, instead of moving him to second, would have moved him to third, and then the run would have come in anyway. But as of now, I believe you're right.
Tencher looking to match his career high. 3 strikeouts and a 3-2 count to the leadoff man. Pitch is taken in the dirt, ball 4. Gets to the backstop. Griffin slowly going down to first. Winchell will grab that one. So it got far enough away to where you think Griffin might have wanted to make Winchell at least think about it. Sprint down to first, but took it nice and easy and instead sets things up for Ryder Kelly. The shortstop hitting second today. Runner on first. 8-4 game. Crawdads lead it. Got 11 hits. The Legends just 5 hits. And 3 errors in the field. Crawdads have not made an error yet. Runner on first is Griffin. Righty against righty. Tencher goes from the stretch, and it's taken in the dirt. Blocked again by Winchell. Kept it out in front. and holds Griffin at first.
Big news out of San Luis Obispo. Slow got its leadoff runner on in the bottom of the 9th inning, but Santa Barbara just turned an incredible 6-4-3 double play, and to my vantage point, it kind of looked like he was safe at first, but I'm not complaining about it.
1-0 from Tencher. Griffin goes from first. Pitch taken outside. Winchell throw down is a little high and a little late, so Griffin in with the stolen base and the pitch a ball. So perfect result for the Legends. But putting some pressure on with the runner in scoring position.
The Crawdads still have to take care of business here.
Yeah.
This game is not over by any means.
Foresters 1 out away from defeating the Blues. A loss for Slow and a win for the Crawdads would net the Crawdads into first. 2-0 from Tencher after a long check down to second. Inside, taken for a ball.
Could have been.
3-0, yeah, real close. Righty jumping out of the way from the side armor righty. Pitch tailing inside. Now he's got a 3-0 count. Does Kelly. Tencher has to get in the zone here. Griffin a huge lead off second. He goes nowhere. The pitch taken down low, ball 4. And, you know, I said Tencher had to come into the zone. He really didn't. I mean, you have an open base at first, 1 out on the board, and a guy who's an effective ground ball pitcher.
Looks like this is going to be the day for Miles
Might be
Tencher.
it for him, actually. To think a guy who could turn a double play, but Brent Cummings takes the long walk out to the mound. We'll see if he signals to the pen. There he does. That'll be the end of Tencher's day. So after coming in, slamming the door last inning, a strikeout in this inning, but into a bit of hot water, his day will be done. And from the bullpen, we'll tell you who's coming. Miles Brandon to relieve with 2 runners on and 1 guy out. It's Mason Griffin, the leadoff man at second, with the 2-place hitter Ryder Kelly on first. They'd have to think some good speed on the bags and some decent power at the dish. And Ryan Duran, 0 for 2 today, though, has gotten on twice. And Miles Brand, last time he was in against Arroyo Seco, that was on the 8th of July, Wednesday game? Yeah, 6 days ago. Came in for Carlos Fernandez, who left the bases loaded, and Brand surrendered a bases-clearing double, though. All things considered, his line very clean after that. 1 2/3, gave up just the hit. 3 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs on his tally. So it's just that 1 hit that did it all. His first pitch is turned around and hit deep to left field. Racing back the left fielder, and it's down over his head off the wall on a hop. 1 run coming in to score. Getting the wave all the way from first is Kelly. Relay throw home is off the runner, Kelly. And not in time. 2 runs scored on the first pitch of Miles Brand's day. Ryan Duran, big RBI double, making it a 2-run ball game.
Well, that'll close the line on Tencher. It'll also sing. More importantly than that, because all of a sudden the tying run is at the plate.
Wow.
That ball was turned on by Duran.
And after the Foresters just wrapped up the win over the Blues, this is a must-win for the Crawdads. At least close to that. Taking first place today would be absolutely exceptional.
Well, now the Crawdads absolutely control their destiny.
Yeah. That's more the takeaway as Michael Aikawa, the righty, comes in for the second time, takes a ball up and in. So Brand, I mean, the first pitch obviously found the zone, but Duran was ready to crank it to left. 2 runs in the inning, or 3 runs in the inning already, an 8-6 lead for the Crawdads. Next pitch, 1-0, fouled back.
It's the good and the bad about Miles Brand is, you know, he's really not going to walk guys, but as a hitter, you can kind of just take that and run with it. It's similar to what our Crawdads had last summer with Raymond Olivas, the righty who really just did not walk batters, and you know, sometimes that'll work a lot because it's just of his pure talent, but also sometimes it can hurt him.
1-1 from Brand. Fastball's popped up past second. Out goes Ramos. Incoming Aldridge. Aldridge calling off, and he'll settle under from right and make the catch. So a nice play by the right fielder to calm the tides a little bit. It was a little while since the Crawdads got an out, but getting the cleanup man there. And the second out in a big way is Ethan Mooser now in.
Well, and you say nice play, and I think more often than not, you think, all right, that's routine. It's another place here at Baylands where the lights are not the friendliest to outfielders. So Aldridge out and right went two-hand style to make the play on that one.
So now Duran stays on second. 2 outs. Miles Brand takes over for his fellow Miles Tencher. First pitch into the lefty, taken for a strike. Ethan Mooser. Walked last time, struck out his first time after being newly inserted. He's got 3 plate appearances in 3 innings. Behind 0-1 as Brand, a long hold will come home. Pitch taken just off the plate. Ball and a strike. Fastball. He's setting the tone with the fastball, similar to Weston Thornberry earlier to start this game. 4 really solid innings from him. Now 1-1. Brand from the belt. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him.
This is a Menlo Park team that kind of had the Crawdads number back in 2024.
That they did.
Not as much so last summer, but I mean, it's a team that's been scrappy and has played well, especially of late.
Brand's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken right there for strike 3. And he'll strand the tying run at the plate. After 3 runs come in the inning, Crawdads still hold a lead, though now slim, 8-6, trying for some insurance in the top of the 9th. 7-8-9 coming up. Power in the form of Sutter Moss to lead things off against Colby Bonin, who we thought might be done after 5 1/3. But he is back out there, upwards over 80 pitches. Also, Joe Coupland grabbing a bat right in front of us. Maybe we'll be taking over for Barrett Ronson, who would be on deck. But it's all of a sudden kind of become pressure situation. You still hold a 2-run lead, but you command your own destiny, like you talked about Austin, to take first place in the CCL North after San Luis Obispo dropped their game today to Santa Barbara. 5-4, that one went final just a about 10 minutes ago as we're into hour 3 of this one. 9:17 p.m.
Long one.
At 6:02 p.m. And it's kind of deserved this length. It's been a good one. 4 runs in the last 2 innings for Menlo Park has it very interesting. 8-6. Crawdads have not scored since the 4th. After jumping out to an 8-2 lead after 3. Not been able to figure out Colby Bonin. Sutter Moss, designated hitter, is in for his 5th time without a hit. First pitch he watches just outside for ball number 1. And does have a hit today. Check that. He's 1 for 4.
Nice, Harry.
Wow. Got caught stealing after that. He's ahead 1-0. Takes outside again, ball 2.
Menlo Park stopped tagging this game. No more TrackMan.
Interesting.
How am I going to watch baseball without my spreadsheets?
I don't know, man.
2 balls, no strikes. Moss way ahead and takes a big swing. Pops it high up on the infield.
Not an easy play.
Calling from short. Kelly scoots over to his left. He'll make the catch. And it especially becomes harder when the entire Crawdads dugout calling it to try and cause an aversion. But Kelly staying focused and gets the first out. So Joe Coupland now will, in fact, take the place of Barrett Ronson in the order. He's been swinging a very hot bat for the Crawdads to start his tenure with them this summer. It's the righty facing the righty, Bonin for the first time. He watches the first pitch down at the knees for a strike, maybe a bit below, but a nice take and a nice frame by Bateman.
Coop's got a little history against these legends, a 2-home run game against them last summer.
Yeah, that was part of that last week for Walnut Creek that vaulted them in the playoffs.
Now he pops one up, way up there on the shoot on the infield. Behind home plate, it's Bateman falling into fair territory. It hits off of him, and it's a fair ball. It hit him in fair territory. Now Coupland just dead to rights at the plate. That is just total misfortune.
It's a 2-3 putout.
A 2-3 putout. I mean, you can't plan for that. That is really unfortunate. The first baseman, Jackson, ended up scooping it up. So what happened was Bateman was in fair territory, couldn't make the catch. It hit off of him. It would have went foul if he were not in the way, but since it hit him in fair territory, it's a fair ball. Nothing Coupland could do. So 2 down now for Riley Winchell. First pitch hit hard down the line and left. Heading towards the line, it will get down out there and towards the corner. He's heading in for second. The strong throw by Wagner is cut off. And Winchell has seen 2 pitches in this game, and he's got 2 hits.
Love the aggressiveness from Riley Winchell. Swinging a hot bat right now. Likes the first pitch he sees. Why wait for more? Turn on what you can.
Winch, 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 winch.
So top of the order now flips over. Shane Aldridge in for his second time. Also got a base hit his first time up like Riley Winchell before him. Winchell's out there on second. He carries a very big run out there. First pitch to Aldridge taken inside. A fastball. Off the inside. 1 ball, no strikes. It's still pretty lively from Bonin, who velocity was dropping a little bit last inning. Now we don't exactly know with the live dashboard being down. But still popping the glove. 1-0 pitch from him. It is tipped into the mitt. In and out. Regardless of foul ball for strike 1. Nate Bateman, who is really had trouble on those pop-ups today. I mean, you saw that one go up and you say, okay, maybe not going to come down with it, but unfortunately just took a ridiculous hop to stay in fair territory.
I mean, it literally went off his face.
It did. 1-1 to Aldridge, taken up and away. 2-1.
Good hitters count now. Aldridge hit a hard hit single his first time up. It's really the only rally the Crawdads have had off of Bonin was in that 7th inning. Now maybe a chance to spark something with 2 outs. Good count. Guy who's been swinging it a little better recently as well.
2-1. Winchell on second. Here's the pitch. Up and away, taking ball 3. Big time hitters count for Aldridge, 3-1.
All you got to do is pull something down the right field line. That's what Winchell did. Opposite handedness, so opposite foul line, but the outfielder's shading pretty far in towards the center field gaps.
And a bit towards left is the right fielder, Mooser. So Aldridge 3-1. Takes inside, ball 4. Brings Lucas Carlisle up. A big at bat for the newfound 2-hitter. And Bryden Bull now stands in on deck as well with some power in his bat. But big opportunity to capitalize if you're the Crawdads. Up 2 already. Big insurance run out on second. If you can extend the inning with 2 outs, bring the run in with a base hit, that would be massive. The delivery taken by Carlisle. The strike on the outer middle part of the plate.
Wow, really nice breaking ball there from Bonin. I mean, that started really high to Carlisle. Thought he was gonna ride in top of the zone and miss up. Instead, it drops into the middle of the zone on the outer third. Nothing you can do there as a hitter.
0-1. Big swing, but hit very softly to first. Picked by Jackson. Scoop to the pitcher, Bonin covering, who is finished now over 6 innings of unbelievable work. He is not allowed a run, only a few base hits, and strands now 2 more runners on and 1 in scoring position to give his guys a chance to win it. They're down 2, though. Walnut Creek needs 3 outs to take first place. Miles Brand back in looking for the 5th save of the season for the Crawdads. In a game that has been trending the Legends' way. They've scored 4 runs in the last 2 innings and now have the middle to bottom third of the order to try and get 2 runs to at least tie. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win to stun the Crawdads here, who started with an 8-2 lead back in the third. It's been chipped down to 8-6. Brand's first pitch to the new catcher, Joe Coupland, with Riley Winchell now at first to attempt to kind of run up and bunt, but Bateman pulled it back for a ball.
Brand ready to get it and go. He's already ready in the windup before Bateman even looks.
The 1-0, take in for a strike. Nice fastball on the outer half. Very lively. Again, Joe Coupland takes over to catch. Hit for Barrett Ronson, the first baseman. Riley Winchell with some very dirty pants over there at first. 1-1, tapped foul. Coming back towards us.
I got it.
Coach Eric's got it.
That is a dirty baseball right now.
That it is.
That baseball is brown.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brand looking for a big first out against Nate Bateman. Here's the pitch. Way up and away, taken back to the backstop it goes. 2-2.
The curveball that just sails, didn't drop at all, left the hand a little early.
Kind of slipped. Trying to get on top of it there is Brand as he's now 2-2. Umpire gets back, taking his time, but Brand is ready to go. Glove at the nose, now into the lineup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Elevated fastball. Gets Bateman down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts, going back to the third out of last inning for Miles Brand. And now the Crawdads strikeout numbers going up.
Yeah, beautiful challenge pitch from Brand, top of the zone. That's exactly what you want to see out of your closer.
Now got 12 total strikeouts on the day. Now Paul Wagner in. He has had 2 of them. First pitch he sees, he watches outside.
Just
ball.
one strikeout through the first 3 innings for Crawdad pitching, and 9 over the last 5 1/3.
Make that 11.
Excuse me.
1-0. Wagner watches strike one. Fastball getting the inner corner. Wagner, who maybe has struck out against the Crawdads more than anyone in the CCL. He's got 7 in 13 at-bats. 1-1 to him. Take in
Where?
for a ball. Could have been there. Maybe a bit outside. Not getting the call. Still a 1-2 count for Brand to work off. Righty against righty. Here's the delivery. This one taken in the dirt.
Brand just 1 walk so far in conference play.
That goes to 3-1. Excuse me, because of course that one called a ball. I think I marked it as a strike. Just in my mind, but instead 3-1. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Elevated fastball again gets the whiff.
Brand fearless with that pitch.
Yeah, go back to it. Why not?
He's working quickly. He's ready with the 3-2. The payoff pitch. He's taken down low, ball 4. Tying run coming to the plate.
Just the 2nd walk Miles Brand is allowed in conference play this summer. He struggled in that first game against Head First Academy, but since then it's been all strikes.
So now has to deal with base runner at first. It's Paul Wagner out there working a walk, getting on base for the first time, and now Isaac Fendel, been on base 3 times. Short righty in the box. First he sees, takes strike 1, fastball. Commanded in the zone. Miles Brand is working it well.
When he's gotten swings and misses today, it's been with the fastball up. You got to think he might be hoping to locate down now, trying to get a ground ball.
One pitch could end it for the Dads. 0-1. Hit hard to center field. Bull coming in. He's got a beat on it, and he'll settle under it for the out. Hard hit, but right in the wrong place.
Yeah, Bull's the no-fly zone out there in center field.
Yeah. You talked about earlier, Austin, about how sometimes when you lift hard line drives, fly balls like that, it can tend to lead to a lower batting average just because natural find outfielders, but still a very good swing. Crawdads going to take the beneficiary result of that one is now Ethan Jackson is the last chance for Menlo Park to come back in this one. First pitch to him. Takes down low, ball 1.
This is maybe the guy you want up right now if you're Menlo Park. Team leader in home runs.
Feels like almost due for something today. 3 strikeouts. Over 3 also got on via a hit by pitch. Ahead 1-0. He grounds one over towards left. Side, Carlisle up with it to his left. Throw to first, and it completes the final out of the ball game. And the Crawdads dance out of this one and win it 8-6. They scored all 8 runs in the first 3 innings, finished with 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. While the Legends score 6 runs on 6 hits, making 3 errors. And once again, folks, you can call this the first place Walnut Creek Crawdads. Miles Brand delivering the save. Wow, guys, that was a little bit more stressful than maybe we thought it would be after a hot start for this offense that has just done such a good job against Menlo Park. But it got a little dicey there.
That it did, but the Crawdads really thugged it out, did the job. Pitching was up and down today. Lots of strikeouts, but also lots of walks, but you'll take the result. A win is the bottom line.
Absolutely. Going to a big one later this week. You've got, you know, those guys up north, those guys down south on the horizon, but you've also got control of first place. Now the Crawdads really do control their own destiny. Got to find a way to keep winning.
Very much so.
Keep winning games and continue to build now a bit of a lead up in first place. It was a wild game that we'll break down very quickly right here on a short post-game show brought to you by the player of the game, brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth. Includes the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and the Worth Group Restaurants player of the game. Going to go to the man, Noah Zirkle, who threw 2 stunning innings of work where the fastball was averaging almost 90 miles an hour, was getting everything by everybody, and was just so effective and efficient. A great bridge guy in a game that really kind of stalled offensively in those middle parts of the inning. I mean, partially due to him.
Yeah, Zirkle looked so confident, was firing in that fastball with a whole lot of zip on it, and then also the breaking ball worked really well. The changeup got some swing and miss stuff. I mean, he was supremely confident, did not allow a hit, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. Best he's looked all summer.
Yeah, easily, and it's past just the results. It's kind of the eye test as well, and the feel of just the poise he had on the bump. And if he continues that, big things coming for the Crawdads, because he was expected to be such a big leverage piece for the Crawdads bullpen this summer after the spring he had at East Bay, especially start to his year. He was riding that ERA under 4 for the first couple months, and this is the guy you want. You just want to succeed as a Crawdad fan, as a fan of baseball, as a fan of his story, as a fan of the person that he is. And so to see that is awesome.
Continuing here on the Up the Creek Records post-game show, the Sweet Play of the Game brought to you by Batter and Icing, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Batter and Icing, a locally owned custom bakery with 2 retail outlets in Danville and Pleasant Hill. Since 2018, they've been creating everything from birthday and wedding cakes to corporate event desserts, all made fresh with quality ingredients and plenty of creativity. Learn more or place an order using the Crawdads fundraiser part of the Order Online tab at www.batterandicing.com. Orders can be picked up at any Crawdads home game. And, well, Sweet Play of the Game today goes to a guy who feels like he wins it just about every day. Elijah Ramos, a sweet diving play to his right in the hole up the middle to end the 3rd inning. Flipped it to the shortstop, Parker Jr., covering second to snuff out an early rally for Menlo Park. And, man, on this tough infield, that play becomes even more impressive. So a very nice play by the second baseman heading to CSU Bakersfield. But that'll do it. Crawdads win this one 8-6. In Menlo Park, take first place with the slow loss. This has been Ostadota and Charlie Limoncelli, our producer Jack Brooks, and Julianne Stark as well on the mic today. I'm Harry Setrakian, thanking you for tuning in to the First Place Crawdads.